Peace to the chat. Peace to the chat. Peace to the chat.
Sir, I don't.
Peace to the chat. Alito. This is the recap. The big recap. We knew it was going to happen. We knew the recap was going to happen. We see what these goofies did last night. They wanted to play games and said they won. I was like, do you hear what the majority is saying out here? Like, we got Native Americans and African Americans was over here literally saying, hey, I can't lie, you did that motherfucker in. So we finna get this rolling. We finna get it rolling real quick. We finna cover a highlight, a big correction on Mr. Mofax on the debate. Let's go. So shut alive. I would have put this in the round, but it was getting too fucking late, and I was like, you know what? The man already sounded like he beat. We gotta play the end of it so y'all can get the understanding. Like, the man even admitted defeat in the damn debate itself, but now he went over there and got his head pumped up again. Like, what's wrong with these people? What's wrong with these people?
Dude, there is no. All right, that's fine. All right, I'm gonna mute myself. You can go ahead and let the people know who you are. I'm gonna do this professional.
Wait, hold on. Y'all wait, hold on. Y'all wait a second.
In case y'all don't know what this man looked like, nah, that don't matter. We finna go ahead and get into it. But yeah, shut alive, people. This is the recap to Naturalism of Yahweh versus Mofax Agent Push Negroes was in America before colonization. One thing I learned from this is that the man didn't even prove his point, and after, it's because he didn't want to show himself. That's why. That's another thing right there that everybody peeped. That's what everybody noticed. The man didn't want to share his video because no, he didn't want people to see his facial expressions or how the defeat on his face. He didn't want nobody to see it. He's gonna be looking like poor city by the end of that debate. Y'all seen his face expressions, like the motherfuckers look defeated, not happy at all. He didn't seem like, it's like he was losing his courage all through the shit. Each round it got worse and worse and worse. Right? Oh yeah, we know that this right here, push, we learned what push mean last night with Black First. And it's one of those nasty campaigns, know what I'm saying? The not so good about shoving things up your know what I'm saying? That's what that push mean. We finally found out what it meant, and we knew we had our thoughts on how they really are, and they exposed how they truly was last night and what that word really meant. That's right. That magic bow, reading rainbow. Shit's sickening, ain't it? But everybody was sitting around waiting on these people to basically do the live for today. People were just waiting on. I was like, I'm just going ahead and do it. We're gonna do the recap. We're gonna do the recap, and we're gonna start with one. Right? We got it called MoFax 1,
When I'm
and we're gonna show what was going on here.
referring to the Africans, the Negroes, okay? This is what I'm talking. I'm not concerned about them. Ships, the style of the ships, you
There
can
we go.
see it on diving for pearls. I understand we know the stuff is happening, but these are the Negroes that are diving for pearls. These ships, the style of the ships, you can see it on the codex. That ain't our ship. They discussed plenty of times what they seen on the Mississippi, and the James River and all that. They seen those vessels that they had, and it ain't this shit. Where they get this vessel from, brother? That's not our shit. The ones we got in Africa, they're
Let me just
they'll
explain
be
to
a little bit
you
more sophisticated.
what he's trying to prove here. Trying. Basically, he's assuming, which I never said in a debate at all about this particular boat that they're on. He's trying to assume that the Indians was using this boat and they was going all around America with this boat. It's like he's adding stuff to the debate that wasn't originally had said. It's like he's trying to create his own. He's creating his own beef, like like a mental person. He's creating his own problem. Nobody talked about no boat. Nobody talked about no boat going up the Mississippi and none of that stuff. And nobody wasn't refuting that Drake brought 200 Negroes over here too. But the thing that was very interesting about his presentation about Drake's, the side when he was talking about Drake's manuscript, he did not talk about none of the Indians at all. But he focused on one picture about Negroes diving for pearls. Again, Negroes diving for pearls. Not one time Drake said in his manuscript that they were Africans. Not one time. But let's go on ahead and play it out. This the recap. Big recap.
In that, they'll look like they're way more detailed. So it couldn't have been the shit from Khufu and them. They didn't bring that all the way over there, right? This belongs to those Spaniards or Englishmen. And I'm saying the Spaniards because Drake is the Englishman that came over there after. So it's somewhere in between. But that's not the native people's ship. And these are the Negroes who are jumping off the ship and diving down. Let's just read it.
Here we go. Now he about to read the part in Drake's manuscript talking about those Negroes again. Those Negroes. All right.
Pearls are being fished in the ocean between the mainland and Isla de Margarita. And then if anybody knows about that area, that is a very popular area. It's the Pearl Coast. That's why they were over there gathering those pearls from that area, diving in there, okay? Approximately 10 leagues in 3 or 4 fathoms of water by the Negroes who dive into the sea holding a hoop net. Let me shrink this. A hoop net to descend to the bottom where they scrape the soil where the oysters are in order to find the pearls. And the deeper they...
Y'all see it, people? Y'all see it? 3 or 4 fathoms of water by the Negroes who dived into the sea. Hey, chat, can you let me know, do y'all see the word African or slaves from Africa? Captured slaves from Africa. We just see the word Negroes, right? So really what he's doing here, he's attaching an identity to the word Negroes and attaching the identity on these people diving into the water getting pearls. My question is, why would you go get Africans to dive for pearls when they knew nothing about those islands whatsoever? They knew nothing about the locations of where the pearls was found whatsoever, why not use the Indians that was on that land itself? That logically didn't make sense, Mo Facts, but you're just adding shit to Drake's manuscript, stuff that Drake never said himself. What you just did again, what I keep saying inside of the debate, if y'all go watch the debate, I kept saying your whole points is based off conjecture, speculation, assumption, and what ifs. That's all. That is all. Meanwhile, I went to physical descriptions of Indians being called Negroes. And Drake himself just said Negro. He didn't say African. He didn't say descendant of African slaves. He didn't say captured slaves from Africa. He didn't say Africans. He did not say Negroes mean African. He didn't say none of that whatsoever. He just said Negroes. And you're so freaking slow. You couldn't even understand, comprehend what the hell you was doing before the people. I'm glad my side was smart enough to catch on, because they was spamming it in the comments. And your people just kept saying, push, push, push. Sound like caveman. Not, come on, man. This is why you was shaking up the whole goddamn live. You was shaking up the whole entire live. And we all can tell it was getting worse and worse for you. But let's continue. How you talk about Negroes and not Negroes, not Africans, Negroes, right?
Descend into the water, the larger are the pearls they find. Not being able to hold their breath longer than a quarter of an hour, they come up again and pull their hoop net. The fishing from morning to evening having been completed, they return to La Rancheria. And if you know what La Rancheria is, it is a settlement, not.
You hear how you saying La Rancheria? Boy, he was feeling his colonizing side. He was feeling that motherfucking Portuguese, more motherfucking Spaniard side in his blood. You heard how he said La Rancheria. I can't even do that shit. But he did that shit. Let me find out, Mo Facts, that you got that Portuguese Spaniard bloodline running through your veins. Boy, he was reaching out to he was trying to reach out to the Mexicans on there. He was trying to make the Mexicans feel him.
A settlement, not a place where a rancheria. The fishing from morning to evening having been completed, they return to La Rancheria. And if you know what La Rancheria is.
Hey. Let me find out, bro. No wonder you had more Native Americans and Mexicans vouching for you on the YouTube and on TikTok. You ain't had Africans out there vouching for you. You only had the same little group of Pan-Africans in your little group. You ain't had no people outside of your domain vouching for you. But you had these Native Americans and Mexicans. And you was trying to impress their ass. When you said that, I was finna roast your ass in the live. On God, I was finna roast your ass in the debate, and I was like, "No, have good manners, be presentable, be professional." God know what you was doing. Stop that.
It is a settlement, not a place where natives are. They could be around, but the rancher.
Pay attention to what he said. He said it is a settlement, not a place where natives are. Well, they could be around. He's speaking double-minded. He double talked the whole entire debate, bro. I'm telling you.
A place where natives are, they could be around. Sharia is. It is a settlement, not a place where natives are. They could be around, but the rancheria that this.
Not a place where natives are. They could be around. They came here and they settled in their land. How the fuck they not around? So when they just came here, poof, they just disappeared. Just like the Mayans, they disappeared. Nobody don't know where they went to. They got on a fucking spaceship and they went out of space to Mars or somewhere. They teleported. That's right. Yeah, they teleported. We came here and nobody was here. So we just made a settlement and shit. You see how slow you sound, man? He just trying to deter from the simple fact that I showed y'all in Drake Manual. All those Indians were Negroes with big noses and wavy coarse hair. And he didn't comment not one time on those people. He said, I don't care about those people. Clown. The point of the debate was to prove that Negroes was here before colonization. And the key word to this was Negroes. I don't care about a depiction of a person that looks like a Negro. I just want them to call it a Negro. I don't want to hear them describing that the person looks like a Negro, then turn around and say they are the complexion of a Negro, then turn around and say they are Negroes, but they not Negroes though, because I'm convinced that Negroes are Africans. At this point, Mofex, it was all about your belief, not the evidence that was being presented before you. It didn't matter what was being presented before you, Mofex. Your belief wasn't going to allow you, it wasn't going to allow you to fumble. You wasn't going to fold all because of your belief. That's why you was being dishonest. That's why you was being disingenuous throughout the whole debate. You was being disingenuous. Then turn around at the end of the debate. I got some information to show that Negroes was here though. Disingenuous. That's why you losing people. And that's why your shit is falling before you. The only reason y'all had big followings today is because Natural was on the scene. And everybody want a piece of Natural. Not because they was there for you. They don't give a damn about you. People want to see me taken down. And they see I'm still here. Let's go.
Spanish people label the area as a settlement for their people and the slaves that they brought there. That's why they went to pick up the pearls along the coast, the Pearl Coast, and they returned back to the rancheria, the settlement, to give the shit back to those people. And then later on, of course, they did overthrow the Spanish. So, at times they were over there just chilling by themselves. And that's something we should start researching into because our people was over there kicking ass. I know those not your people. I'm talking about my people. They was over there.
And then he gave acknowledgement and said, I know those ain't your people.
And they beat the...
Hey, Mofex. It's funny how they never said African right here. And it's funny how they never said slaves right here. It's funny that they never said descendant of slaves. It's funny that they never said African slaves. It's funny that they ain't said none of the above. But as soon as you said Negroes, they gotta be Africans. Assumption. Yeah. Yes, sir. Assumption. That's why you lost, my boy. And that's why you ain't put up a fight when I told you that you lost in this debate, my boy. But soon as you got off this panel, you went straight. Soon as you got off the live, you ran to those Native Americans and they pushed your head in. They pushed your head up. Oh, yeah, I won. And then I asked Black First, your boy Black First, Push, what did he bring out that showed that he won? The boy couldn't even tell me. He couldn't even tell me. Classification, facts.
Of Spanish people's ass.
But y'all pay attention to what he says, though.
They did and took over. They became kings, chiefs, and everything. And some of them even returned home. Okay? So, Rancheria, where they live, pearls are being fished in 3 places, namely the Isla Margarita, the Rio Hacha, if I'm saying that right, and the Cabo de la Vila. Okay, that's what I was referring.
Let's let Agent Push up real.
Still trying to say you messed up.
Say that again, you cut out.
There you go with that black ass screen again. What's up? Well, we ain't doing nothing. We ain't doing nothing but just recovering, trying to save your life right now on how you extremely fucked up. That's all we doing. Recapping.
Okay. Did you ever look up pre-colonial? What that means?
Let me explain this to you one more time.
Because I
And I
think that's where
explained
the
it to you.
confusion
Oh,
is.
listen, I explained it to you 3 times in the debate, and somehow you still just don't get it.
Okay.
During the time of colonial, when I see what you're trying to do, you're trying to say, soon as they got here, it's no longer pre-colonial. So it doesn't matter what they say. I know that's what you're trying to do. But here's the
Nah.
funny thing. No, here's the funny thing, Mr. Agent.
Yeah.
When they got here and they described what they seen on scene when they first got here, that is deemed pre-colonial, brother. No matter what you try to say, no matter how you try to angle it, these people were there before the colonists got there. And then, mind you, there were still territories that the colonists still haven't reached. As soon as they got there, they sent their explorers there and they searched the land and they described what the hell they seen there. That is still deemed pre-colonial for those Pacific regions that was still unknown. Now, once they gave the description of what these people look like and everything like that, I don't understand how you don't understand it.
But I'm going to try to say it for you. The Portuguese and the Spanish had already been in the area for over 100 years. So when Drake pulls up, he's pulling up after they had already made settlements and fought each other. He's robbing the Portuguese and the Spanish of their ships and taking their slaves and letting the slaves go free, and ships
Uh,
that already crashed.
okay,
That
okay,
they're
okay,
already there. So that's what I'm saying.
okay. Instead of
Pre-colonial,
conjecture, go ahead and put up the
pre-colonial,
information.
pre
Put up the
pre.
information.
I did. You just got
Put
to
it up
run.
right
You're
now.
running it back. You're running it back. Just go ahead.
Put it
It's
up
already in
right
it,
now. You on the big
brother.
screen?
Just
Put it up.
you gotta let me finish. Let me finish what I'm saying. You're already in the debate video. The reason
Mhm.
why I pulled up all of those different shipments of the 200 Negroes and where Drake saw those people at, and then where the Spanish pulled up at, is because I'm showing you why the Negroes were in La Rancheria, because the Spanish set up the settlement there.
Okay,
I showed you the letter
okay,
with them
okay,
telling the admirals to take 200 Negroes with them to that area. That was the
okay,
point of me showing you that. So
okay. Now take.
if you
Okay,
show a
now
settlement,
check this out, MoFX. Check this out.
if you show, hold
You're
on,
still
just the
hold
last
on.
part. Let me say the
Go
last
ahead.
part. Let me say the last part. If you showed me a settlement that I didn't see before, if you showed me some Negroes in an area where I have not seen that, no Spanish people there or no Portuguese people there, then I would have been like, oh shit, let me check that out. But everywhere you showed, I already knew that there was a settlement there by the Spanish or the Portuguese. That's why it's not
So what
pre-colonial.
you're
The
doing,
English,
you're
the
trying to
English, the
assume.
English.
Hold
Last
on.
sentence, brother.
What
Last
you're trying to
sentence. Let me get
do.
my last sentence out.
What you're trying
The
to do. No,
English.
we already get what you're
How can
saying.
the English? How can the
We
English person say? How can the English person take credit for pre-colonial if the Spanish and Portuguese were already there? That's post-colonial. That's the point.
clown. Look what language this shit is written in. Okay, now let's go. Now, like I said, what you're trying to do, you're trying to assume that these people right here are Negroes from Africa. Meanwhile, Drake already stated in his own literature himself that those people were Indians. And then you went to one damn page with one Negro and said, look, these are the Negroes he brought there too. Nobody then denied that he had brought some Negroes with him.
That's the only people
Nobody
we're talking about.
let
I'm
me
not talking
finish.
about Indians.
Let me finish. The
The
point,
topic was about Negroes.
of course, but your assumption, you think Negroes only means Africans, and that's where you fucked up at. But the
That
thing
is what it
is,
means. I gave you the
and
definitions in
look,
the
and I'm
beginning.
and look, and I'm gonna show you that it doesn't if you stay on this, if you stay on here long. But look,
All right.
when we got to these goddamn people right here, when we got to these people in Drake's manuscript, he literally called them Indians, not Negroes, not none of the goddamn above. Now, when we get into all this, we can clearly look at these people and we know by their complexion, by their phenotype, that they are Negroes. But he called them Indians. Okay? Now let's go and get to the point real quick. And let's go ahead and explain.
Oh man, you slick, but that ain't gonna work with me, bro.
Let me show you
They
how it's
can
gonna
believe
fucking
it.
work.
I'm
Let
way
me show
too
you, let me show
intelligent
you
for
how this for the
that. That's
fucking
for
work.
them. That's for
Let
the
me show you how
crowd. Show me the
okay, cool,
Negroes.
cool.
Do that
Let
for
me
the
show you
crowd.
how this for the fucking work. How you can't understand this shit properly. I'm gonna make you understand this shit properly. Okay? Damn, this shit. Hold up. Why the hell it look like that? Give you the big screen again. Yeah, I take it back. I don't get how you don't understand this. When somebody look at someone, you can tell that they are a Negro. Okay, this book right here, which I'm not going to give you, but it's going to explain. Now, this book right here, it says it's a couple of pages, so you're gonna have to be quiet as I get through it, so you can get the understanding. Okay, here we go. It says the various tribes of this great family possess a physical characteristic in common which are not to be found in other African nations. Okay, so you finna find out what the fuck a Negro really is. And it says Caffreys are the taller and stronger. They have well proportioned limbs, a brown skin, black and woolly hair, the elevated forehead, and the projecting nose of the European with the thick lips of the Negro and the high prominent cheekbones of the Hottentot. And it says the language is sonorous, sweet, and we ain't even finna get into all that. But the point is right here, harmonious, my bad. But this is who are they describing? They saying this is a Negro and he is in Africa, right? The Caffreys.
They're not
That's in
saying he's a
Africa.
Negro.
Let
They're
me finish,
using
bro.
features that are similar to a
Agent,
Negro.
agent, push. Hold on. Allow me to explain. I said, let me get through all the pages so I could tie it all in together. I'm saying, according to them, this is a Negro from Africa, right? And they showing
No.
you. Let me finish, bro. Quit talking. They literally, bro. Look up the Kafirs. They are literally people in Africa. They're a tribe in fucking Africa, bro. Damn, it's in this goddamn book. And it says the black race. Now it says it's just telling you the certain structure of their face. It said they got a European nose, they got the cheekbones of the Hottentots, and they're talking about they're like the Negroes, yada yada. They're literally of the African nation. They say they are not. It says coming which are not to be found in the other African nations. This is a tribe in Africa. They just don't look like the other African nations. That's basically what they're saying. Okay. Now, this is still dealing with the same person. These are the other tribes that houses the southern Kafirs. Okay. Now, when I get to number 3, it says the inhabitants of Delagoa Bay who bear a closer resemblance to the Negroes. Okay. It's still the same tribes. It's just a branch of them. Okay. Now, here we go to the other one. Again, we're talking about what makes you a Negro. Okay. That's what I'm showing you. You trying to associate Negro to African, and I'm showing you that you cannot do that. It says the Hottentots or Bushmen seem to be a lowest of mankind, as much by their physical characteristics as by the inferiority of the intelligence. We're gonna jump on down to their countenance. It says they are of a small stature, yellowish complexion, and repulsive countenance, prominent foreheads, small sunken eyes, extremely flat noses, and thick projecting lips from the distinctive features of their face. And it says, we don't have to get into all that. We're going to get on down right here. This, and you know the Hottentots, Bushmen, they're Africans. And this is what they look like. Okay. Again, still talking about Negro people in Africa. We still going. Okay.
They use
Now
her
check this out.
features to
Hey,
describe another
listen,
people.
listen.
Oh,
Oh,
you still
thank
going?
you.
All right.
Listen. Thank you for saying that. They're using features to describe what a Negro is with these people. Okay. Thank you for saying that. I'm glad you're catching on. Now watch this. It says the Negro family. It says the Negro families occupy a large part of the central and southern Africa, and it says Senegambia. Some words I ain't gonna be able to pronounce, but I'm pretty sure you know what the word says. Guinea and a portion of the southern Sudan, and it says the coast of Congo, along with the immense extent of country as yet almost entirely unknown, which is comprised between Congo on the west and the coast of the Mozambique. I can't say Mozambique or whatever crap this is. But we're just gonna jump on down. It says, "Are the dwelling places of the Negroes and properly so called?" Okay, they gave you one location in Africa. Well, all those locations. Here's another one. Guinea and Congo are the classic homes of the Negro. The classic homes of the Negro. Again, Negro. And it says there lived the representation of this race with the almost characteristics of the repulsive features. Again, they call Negroid features repulsive, ugly. You know what they say. Okay. And it says the belief is that as the incursation, or something like that, of Asiatics and European populations into Africa were always affected by the isthmus and of Suez, I don't know, Suez or something like that, in the Red Sea. And it says the Aboriginal blacks were thus back more and more towards the west of the continent. Okay, now we're getting on down. It says the inhabitants of Guinea and Congo would consequently be the descendants and contemporary representatives of the prominent black stock. Now here go the next one. Now that was the African Negro, what they explained, right? Now here we go. It says Negroes are also to be found in the numerous islands of the Southern Ocean. Wait a minute. I thought Negroes just meant African. And don't give me this bullshit about, oh, they African too, because they sell because of the migration. I don't want to hear that bullshit. No, sir. Because you just said these are called Oceanic Negroes, not African Oceanic Negroes. These are Oceanic Negroes. But wait, there's more too. They're found in another location that's not even in those regions. And it says Negroes are also to be found in the numerous islands of the Southern Ocean, which is the South Sea, New Guinea, New Britain, New Caledonia, and it says Australia, Madagascar, and etc. They give you the other locations. We already know the specific islands. We know Madagascar is next to yada yada yada, and we know where Australia is. And it says in the last name large island, a vast Negro kingdom is in existence, governed by a queen who sent ambassadors to England and France at the commencement, of the present century. And it says, finally, there are Negroes in the United States and the West Indies. Let's go. And it says
Keep reading.
we proceed to study. We know they came here through slavery too. We know some came here to slavery. And it says
So what?
we proceed.
You slick, bro.
And it says we
You
proceeded.
slick.
Listen. We proceeded to study the Negroes, firstly, as regards organization, and then from the intellectual and moral standpoint. Now, it says the physiognomy of the Negro is strongly distinctive. That it is impossible to not recognize it at the first glance, even if the individual should have fair skin. You heard what they said, right? They said, you heard what they say, it's strongly distinctive. That it is impossible not to recognize it at first glance. So you know where the hell we going. The whole point of me is showing that the Negroes in Africa, the Negroes in Oceanic, and Negroes came over here through Africa too, and there was Negroes here in America as well. You still trying to say that Africans populated America? I know what the fuck you trying to do, and I'm not gonna
No.
let you do that shit.
Okay,
But the
so
thing,
you just
I'm
talked for
not
like 10
done. I'm
minutes.
not done. I'm not done. I
Damn,
still got a
and you
couple
keep
of more
saying what I'm
pages. I
saying. The
still
only
got
thing I'm
pages
talking about
left.
is pre-colonial. If you don't show pre-colonial,
Hold
it
on,
doesn't matter.
brother. Hold on. Cause I was
Pre-colonial.
really hold on, brother. Cause I was really gonna bring this out
We
in
know
the
it's
debate.
Negroes everywhere,
Let
but
me finish,
pre-colonial.
brother. Let me finish. Now, getting down here, it says it's impossible to basically not, single them out. It's impossible for you not to say these are not Negroes, yada yada, because we know what the hell they look like. And again, they're gonna break down what the hell they look like again. It says his protruding lips, low forehead, projecting teeth, woolly and half frizzed hair, thin it says thin beard, broad, flat noses, retreating chin, round eyes give him a peculiar look amongst all other human races. This is what a Negro is, not an African, not somebody from the oceanic. It's a certain look. That is what defines a Negro, for one. Now it says several are bow-legged, almost have but a little calf, and have bent knees. The body stoop forward in a tired gait. Now check this out. It says the complexion of the skin is one of the most apparent, though. It says not most characteristic attributes of the Negro race, because they know skin don't mean shit. They're talking about basically what's the phenotype. And it says the belief was long entertained that the color of the blacks resulted from the prolonged action of the sun of their bodies. But observation has shown that such is not the case. We're showing you y'all saying that people was getting black from the equator and they moved around. All that's not fucking true. They observed this. They already proved that it's fictitious. And scientists today, they don't want to throw it out. It already been
You,
proven.
you
People
got
don't.
any dates?
It all. Listen. I don't want to hear shit
I
about
am
history
listening,
being.
but there's no
I don't,
pre-colonial because there's no
bro.
dates.
I will
I
fucking
don't see
drop
any
you until
dates.
I finish my goddamn point and let you up here. I would literally do that.
And I don't know what you're reading from.
Okay, you don't have to.
Oh, okay, cool, brother.
There's a reasons why I don't want you coming for my shit, because in your presentation you show reasons why I shouldn't show you shit. You showed the reasons why I shouldn't show you shit, and y'all withhold fucking information that proves my fucking point. And then y'all sitting up here being
I
disingenuous.
said I can show you
Shut up,
studies.
shut up,
I
shut
said
up.
I can show you studies
Y'all
of
already showed.
pre-colonial.
Brother. Y'all already showed y'all are
I said
disingenuous.
I said
Y'all
there's
already showed
scholars
that
who
y'all are
are
not
studying
honest.
pre-colonial
Many people
presence
already
of
caught
people
y'all.
in the West Indies. They're studying it
Look,
right now.
brother. People already show evidence that y'all are disingenuous and y'all withhold information that
I
proves the
offer
matter.
to show you what the scholars are
Hey,
studying
whatever.
that's
Y'all just
pre-colonial.
showing y'all disingenuous.
You
Just know
said you
that.
didn't want it.
It said I don't want it from you because y'all disingenuous.
Well, they're experts.
It,
So I don't know what you're
yeah,
reading from.
yeah, and just like all the other motherfuckers you said that was experts and they got proven wrong still. Just because a motherfucker deem himself as an expert doesn't mean they can't be challenged.
What's the
I
source,
challenge.
brother?
Look, whatever it says. Look. It says the
Okay.
attributes of the Negro race.
I gotta
And it
find
says
it
the belief
myself.
was long entertained that the color of the blacks resulted from the prolonged action of the sun on their bodies. I'm sure to believe you're gonna find this source anyway. So you just gonna have to find it yourself. But it says, but observation has shown that such is not the case, and that their extremely dark hue by no means depend either on the intensity of brilliancy of the solar rays. And it says white men are to be found in the central parts of Africa. Does that mean they're African? They just told you the sun ain't got nothing to do with our fucking skin. But they just turned around and said white men was found in central parts of the Africa. And that's the hottest regions. And it says in the Sudan and the Sahara, for instance, as well as among the Tuaregs, while its black tribes existed centuries subject to the most rigorous code, such as Vance Diamond's land in New Zealand. They said the blacks existed out there for a long ass time in extreme cold weathers, yet they still dark as hell. We're showing you climate that has nothing to do with our skin color. And it says in another direction, to quite close to the white Icelander, the Norwegians, people with very dark skin, may be seen like the Laplanders. And in California, which I already brought out to you, a country of cold latitude, the Aborigines are, as we have stated, almost black. Okay. Why is this stated in the Negro race section? Okay. Now, get into this part. It says the Negro hair is quite peculiar, while it's that of a white is cylindrical. The black man's is flat. It is almost short and crisp, like the wool of a sheep. In contradiction to the abundant supply of Europeans, the women among whom can even trail their locks on the ground. We're showing you that we ain't fucking have short hair. We still can have long hair. And it says it only attains the length of a few inches. And it says the beard also is very scanty and scarcely covers the upper lip. Okay, now since I went through all of that, and they literally telling you what defines a Negro is their damn, basically their appearance, who they are. Okay, so when I tap into the Pacific Islanders, I'm just gonna jump on down right here to what they look like. Not reading all this, but it's this. This is the New Caledonians. New Caledonians. Sorry. And it says the Aborigines of the New Caledonia have a swarthy black skin, woolly, crisp hair, abundant beard, both black, and it says a broad, flat nose deeply sunk between the orbits. Okay? They're saying basically these are black people. And way how they are described as Negroes, yet they are not Africans. And this is what he looked like. The New Caledonian, a native of New Caledonia. But you would swear he African. Now
Nope.
that
I wouldn't
Australian
do lookership.
man, fuck that shit. What you talking about? Because that's exactly what you just did when you pulled up Drake's manuscript. You said, look at those. Look, you said, look at those chocolate drops going into the
Yeah, that was
ocean.
a joke, but they said Negroes.
Man,
That was the
be
point.
the fuck
The
quiet. I don't want
point
to hear
was
shit
they
about
said
no looker shit
Negroes.
because we
Oh,
know
damn, why
damn
you
well to
mad? You
have to
won,
look
right,
up.
brother? Why
Hey,
you so
you know
mad? You
damn well
won,
how
right?
the hell are we going to describe a Negro by looker
He
shit by
won,
looking at
but
them?
he's
So,
mad. What is
bro,
he mad about?
you already cut,
You
bro.
won, right?
It's done. It's done. This is a
Got him.
recap. Like I said. Now look, this is the Australian blacks. Now it called them the Australian blacks, the Australian Negroes. These are not Africans, and there's no Africans that look like them. Yet they are still addressed as Negroes, and you know they are. So the point is, no, this is a recap. I don't know why Moface even came over here. For those of y'all keep saying you won, the reason I'm freaking upset is the simple fact is how the hell you're not understanding this? You keep on assuming that Negro is applied only to Africans when it's not. You literally say in a debate, you say Negro means African. Yet I'm sitting here breaking shit down that people that's not even from Africa are being described as Negro. And even this scientific book even explains what a Negro was. And it's by your phenotype, your face structure, and going contrary with your skin. But somehow this shit is funny to you. This is a game to you. So the reason I'm bringing this out is this.
What's the source
The,
again?
the reason I'm bringing this out, for example, the Australian blacks, and it says we have a right to the black people who are occupied in a part of Australia. That's all I really got to say. And that's what they look like. And now this is the Australian people, the Andaman family. And I'm just jumping down here to the phenotype. And it says, in all these people of the facial angle does not exceed 60 degrees. The mouth is very large. The nose is broad and flat. The arms short. The legs lanky. The complexion of the color swooped. That means black. The women are positively, they say this stuff. So they're Negroes. I'm not going to get into all that. Now, I say all that to say this. I tapped into all of that to say this. When I go back to excuse me, depictions. Now when I go to not that one. It was one that was a translation. Okay. When I go to a book like this, right? 7 years of residence in the great deserts of North America. This is something reason I'm showing this because I already brought this out in the debate. It says all the tribes which inhabit the Rocky Mountains in the western coast of North America, from California exclusively to the regions inhabited by the Eskimos, these tribes bear no resemblance to each other, which saying they don't look Mongol-like, they don't look uh native, your so-called Native American-like. And it says the stupid and police pus Elonius, or something like that, Californians with the low foreheads, again, pay attention to the structure. And skins as black as that of the Guinea Negroes, but with different casts of countenance to the latter, forming contrast with almost white tribes. We're saying, you know what contrast mean, right? They're different from white tribes inhabiting countries much farther north. Okay? So the point is, they describe these people dark like Negroes with the low foreheads. Then we go later on, it says, but hair alone is found in every race, and all resemble each other in this respect. And the curly hair of the Negro is of the same strong as the long and silky hair of the dark Abyssinian and the fair Scandinavian and the stiff course of the Mongol. Again, it's in the same book. It's talking about the Indians. Now, when I gave this breakdown and I gave you the structure, Hush for City, when I gave you the structure of what defines a Negro, we got multiple Indians, which you can go back into the damn live. I mean, the whole debate and see the shit I was bringing out. You can see that they are describing them just like how they describe the Africans. America has its own type of Negro that was here before colonization. Yes, Negroes was brought here as well. But the point is, there were Negroes before here that was being described as Negro-like people, having Negro phenotypes, but yet you still sit here and say you ain't proving that Negroes was here. I had to do the whole fucking 9 yard through an African book to
Because
show
it's
you a
Negro
fucking.
like.
Oh my God, you are so goddamn dumb. Oh my fucking
Negro
God.
like,
Oh my
similar
fucking
to
God. This
the
guy is
lips
so.
of or
Listen,
the
listen
hair
to him,
like.
y'all.
They're
Listen to him.
not Negroes. They look like them with certain features.
Okay,
That's
so all right,
correct.
check this out. What
They
do the
use
all
the
right? Check this
Negro
out.
to describe
Australians.
They use the Negro to describe some of the features of
Okay,
the natives.
Australians,
They do
right?
that all around the world. Sometimes
Australians,
they
right?
use they have Negro hair. Sometimes they say they have Negro skin.
Hey,
Sometimes they say they have Negro lips or a Negro nose or
Australians,
Negro
right?
stature. But they're
Like
not calling
Australians,
them
right?
Negroes.
So is this a Negro? Is that a Negro?
I'm not doing liquor shit.
Answer the question, Port City. Is that a Negro?
I'm not Port City, and I'm not doing looker shit.
Port City ain't what you acting
I'm
like.
dealing with I'm
Agent,
dealing
Agent
with what
Push,
a Negro
Mofax.
is. A
Answer the
Negro,
question. Is that a Negro? Yes or no?
Negroes. I don't
It's,
do looker shit. All you got to
bro,
do is pull up the
then you can
description of the
stop.
picture.
That's
It's gonna
how
tell
I
you
know
who it
you
is.
fucking lost this goddamn debate because you cannot be fucking honest, bro. You're not being honest. That's a
I'm not supposed
Polynesian
to
girl
look at
right
stuff
here.
and just say who it is.
Look,
It's a what?
is these Negroes? Yes or no?
You just said they're Polynesians.
This is a Polynesian girl and she's a Negro. So when I go back, all right, since you want to play these goddamn games,
I'm talking about
when they
African
now
descendants.
listen, bro.
That's who
Cause
the
now now
Portuguese,
hold on, wait. Now you
the
playing games.
Portuguese and the
Now
Spanish
we
called
dealing
us
in the
Negroes in
sense,
Africa.
I'm sorry, I'm keep calling you Port City because you acting like the motherfucker. Now we dealing with the sense of nationality. Now we want to step away from lookership and colorism and phenotype, and now we want to deal with nationality. So when I said these California Indians look like black people, that's a fucking problem. Then
Yeah,
when I
but
sit up
yeah,
here and
I
said, when I
told you that
asked you
last
the
night.
guy,
We shouldn't do that.
hey,
Just because
hey,
the
this,
European does it, we shouldn't do it.
hey, I don't want to hear this damn shit. That's the reason I proved my
That's
fucking
cool.
point. And you sitting up here being fucking disingenuous right now. You didn't want to say this person look like, which, all right, do this person look like an African? How about that? Do this person look like an African?
They have African features. Yeah, I could point at them and point out African features, but they're not
Okay.
African.
Do this,
I
okay.
wouldn't just call them an African.
Do these
What
people look
the
like
hell?
Africans? Do these people look like Africans?
I can point out some features. that make them
Okay.
look African.
Do these look like Africans?
I can point out some features in them that where they look African, but I wouldn't call them
And that's
Africans.
why, and that's how you fucking got defeated right there, bro. Because what I just
You have
did,
to
what I
talk to
just
them or
demonstrated.
show the description
Listen,
of who
listen,
they
brother.
are, and that's how you
Listen,
know who
brother.
they are.
No, listen.
What are we
Listen.
doing here?
No, I'm gonna show you what the fuck we doing. Watch this. Now, when we go back to this shit, right?
Talking to. So I'm gonna have to go.
When we go back to this shit, right? Is these Africans?
Yes, I know it from the text. The text says they're
Oh,
Negroes. It says it.
the
I don't
text
have to make an
says that
assumption.
y'all, are y'all not hearing this?
The text said it.
So we just trying
Are y'all not fucking hearing this, y'all? Oh my God, bro. So, hold on.
The text said that they
Hey,
were Negroes.
no,
And I also, brother, can I say something?
look,
Like, what, yo, you gotta let me say something.
bro.
I get it, you're
Now,
alive, but how can I not
do
say
that mean
anything?
African, bro? Does
Yes,
that
the
word
word
mean
Negro
African, bro?
means Africa. That's what it means.
Oh my
You read the
God,
definition a million times.
no.
We read, yo, hey, why don't you know that little snippet of the definition you gave him? Why don't
Okay,
you
hey,
read the full
check this.
definition?
Hey, check this out.
You showed the
Check this
snip
out.
of the definition.
Check,
Blow that
check,
shit
hey,
up and
check
show the
this
full
out.
definition of Negro. It's going to
Oh,
tell
you
you
talking
it's
about?
the
Oh, you talking
African
about
view.
that definition when I showed you? Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna bring y'all up. But look, check this out. I'm showing you how fucking stupid you're.
Why am I stupid now?
Look,
See, now if I
because,
get out of
bro.
pocket, then you going to try to say like I'm aggressive
Look,
and shit.
bro. Look,
I'm
bro.
sitting
Because you
here
just
being
literally,
cordial.
you just didn't make no damn sense, and you trying to make it make
But
sense
you,
before
brother,
people.
my brother, if you won, why are you calling me stupid? You won,
It's
right?
because
What
I
are you
want
mad
you to
about?
think fucking logically, bro.
Now I'm
We just
stupid
looked
and
at
he
the
beat me in the debate,
Polynesian woman,
and
and
I'm the
you just
dummy,
didn't
and he
call her a
mad.
Negro, and then you're gonna
I'm
turn around
chilling.
saying she got African. Hold on, listen. You just looked at a Polynesian woman, and I asked you, was she a Negro? You said I'm not gonna say that. Okay, does she look African? She got African phenotypes. When I go back to that
She does,
goddamn
yeah.
book, listen. When I go back to that book, and they gave you a description of what a Negro is by the phenotype. It did not say African. It did not say you look African. It said they look like a Negro. They just said they found white people in Central Africa. And so, therefore, by your terms, those white people would be Negroes too, right?
No, because the definition says the black people of
Confusion.
Africa.
Fucking confusion.
It said the
The
black people.
confusion, bro.
The Negro was
Confusion.
describing the black people of Africa. It wasn't talking about the.
No,
It wasn't
confusion,
talking about the
bro.
other people.
Confusion.
And you
What
never
you
even
just
gave me the
demonstrated before
source.
the world
You
was
telling me what a book
confusion.
says. You didn't even give me the source. Who wrote it? Who's saying it? What's the time period?
Confusion.
That's
Confusion.
confusion. Remember you
No,
said conjecture?
what you're
Listen,
saying, you
brother,
just said
you talked
African
about
means
conjecture the
Negro.
whole
You
debate.
just said African means Negro.
You
They just told you what a Negro was. They told you the Negro is defined by its
you never gave me no
characteristics.
source.
Listen, brother. Listen, brother.
I
A
don't know where
Negro
that
is
came from.
defined. Listen, brother. A Negro is defined by its characteristics. Now, therefore, you're assuming Negro characteristics is African characteristics. Now, once you say that's anybody that's in Africa, anybody coming out
I
of
didn't
Africa.
say anybody that's in Africa. The definition that I gave in the beginning of the debate was the black people of Africa. And you read some definitions too that said the black people of Africa in the specific
Yeah.
locations.
Oh, okay. So talk about all the other definitions
But you
though.
never gave me the source. How
Talk
can I
about
judge it? I
all
don't
the
have the
other
source.
definitions. Let's get
What's the
into
source
it.
again, brother? You're not
Let's
even
talk
being
about.
fair.
I'm not giving you that goddamn source. So
Why
I already
not?
told you that because I said so. That's why.
Because you're trying to
Now look.
hide something. Come
Yeah.
on, bro.
I'm
I
trying to
know it's
hide
in there.
everything from you. I'm
It's in
trying
there.
to
The
hide
context is
everything
in
from you.
there. You just don't want to
I'm
read
trying to
it.
hide everything from you. Yeah.
Because
Yes,
you would
sir.
just give me the source.
I'm trying
If
to
you're
hide
not trying to
everything
hide
from
it,
you.
why wouldn't you just give
I'm
me the
trying to
source?
hide everything from you. I'm trying to hide everything from you. Yes,
All
sir.
right, brother.
Yeah, just like how y'all hiding no motherfucking sources about proving that Negroes was here before
No,
colonial
not
time.
Negroes.
Yeah,
Pre-colonial,
shut the fuck
pre-colonial
up.
people
These
who are
people
not
just like
American,
how y'all trying to
they are
hide them
looking
damn
into it.
sources. You
They're looking,
05, all you
bro. What?
motherfuckers, y'all never don't want to go into the shit and tell the fucking truth because it goes
Can
against
I
your
say
shit.
it?
So since you want to play fucking games, I'm gonna play fucking games back with you.
That's
All
not
right?
a game. They're studying
Look,
it. I told you I
this
can
says
show you.
blacks
I said I can show you studies where they're looking into
by
pre-colonial
email. You
contact.
said by email. By email. But you
Yeah, I
should have
said I
did it
can
on the
send you. I
goddamn
can send
debate.
it
You
to
should
your
have been
email.
honest. You should have been fucking honest. And just showed me in the goddamn
It's a
debate as
study.
a
It's not.
presentation.
It's
But
a study.
you was being disingenuous. So I don't want to hear it. But
But
look, it says
they're not black. The point was to show you that there is a pre-colonial studies where they're trying to study it, and there are cover-ups where they burnt archives in Mexico. This is proven, and the study has experts
They
involved in the
destroy black
pre-colonial
literature,
contact.
not just in Mexico,
So
but all
listen,
over the
brother,
world.
hold on a
They
second.
don't mean
Hold
a
on,
damn
because you're
thing.
slandering. You're slandering me. Hold on a second.
Wow,
You can keep cutting me.
Mo Facts out
The
here talking
point.
about who
The
is
point.
slandering and who is
The
not. When you
point.
do it on every
Yo, the
fucking
point.
show, every
The
goddamn day.
point.
Shut the fuck up,
Yeah,
bro.
I've been listening for
Yeah,
like
goddamn
30
right.
minutes.
Hey,
The
but look,
point
we
was
looking
to
at this
show you.
definition right.
The point was to show you what pre-colonial contact looks like. They're going to show
Okay,
you
okay.
pre-colonial. It's before the
I
Spanish.
brought you a codex from the
The
12th century,
evidence.
which showed.
What
Listen,
in the
I
world
brought
is
you a
going on?
listen, brother. Listen, I brought you a codex from the
I
12th
did listen
century.
already.
I brought you a codex from the 12th century, and you just skipped over past that and went straight to Codex Mendoza. Mendoza
Because
didn't.
those are not our
Hey,
people.
listen, brother. Codex Mendoza. That's what I wanted to tell you in that goddamn debate. Mendoza did not fucking create that goddamn codex. You know that, right? He found that codex at that year. It was written way before Mendoza came on the goddamn scene. You do know that, right?
I already checked the date on it, but you can show us the date.
He found it on that damn date,
Show
clown.
us the date.
Oh my fucking God, bro.
Why are you frustrated?
Oh
Just
my
push
fucking
my
God.
shit in, bro.
It's
Just
because you're
debunk
not
it real
fucking
quick.
understanding.
It's that simple.
Bruh. Anyway, bruh, let's get into it. Look,
Right.
it says,
What is all of the hostility
look,
for?
look. It's
The
because you're
champ.
being fucking stupid, bro. I explained this shit over and over and over again.
I
Yes,
ain't
I'm
never
fucking
seen a
stressed
champ
out
act
because
like this.
I never encountered somebody so fucking disingenuous a day in my damn life. I explained the difference between African and Negroes, and the book itself gave you what a
With
Negro
no
was. And
source.
listen, brother. And I went to the different locations and showing what a Negro was, including in America and the oceanic places. And this man still got the nerve to say African means Negro.
No, African doesn't mean Negro. The Portuguese and the Spanish
Oh wow!
called them
Now he
Negroes.
retracting.
They called them Negroes. How does African mean Negro? Negro is meaning African. They're
Bruh,
referring to the
you
black
you
people
just bit
of
yourself.
Africa. That's
You
the
literally
Portuguese
just
and
said,
the Spanish.
bruh, you literally just said a few
What in
moments
the
ago,
hell?
I asked you the question. I said, is Negroes Africans? You said yes. Does African means Negro? You said fucking
African
yes.
doesn't mean
We
Negro.
got it in the goddamn, bro. Do I got to play the damn debate, bro?
I guess
Do I
so.
got
I
to play
didn't
the
know
damn debate?
African meant
Because now
Negro.
you're doing it.
Negro means African.
Oh, bro.
It's the other way around.
Now you're doing that
What
fucking
the
Port
hell are we
City,
talking
bro. You're
about?
doing that fucking Port City shit now. It's what the science say. I'm not saying it.
But we both read the
Oh
definitions.
man.
I don't understand what's
And
going
yeah,
on.
and I showed you the definitions of
The
American Indians being
Portuguese
called
and the
Negroes
Spanish.
too. Man, look, we're gonna go back over this again. Look, this says
I don't
blacks.
need to.
It
I just
says
want to see the
look, it says
pre-colonial people.
blacks, a nation of people, also called Negroes from the color of their skin. Nothing to do with
Go to the full
Africa
definition.
whatsoever.
Go to the full definition. You have too long. Well, I got
That
the
is the
dictionary.
full.
Hold up.
Oh my God,
Hold up.
clown!
I got the dictionary.
Let me find the fucking dictionary.
Let me
for
pull
you.
it up then.
Let me,
Since we doing
yeah,
it like
pull it
that.
up. Go to the Internet Archives and type that damn sentence. Type the fucking sentence, yo.
That is crazy. Let me
That
show
is
you.
complete. Do you see a fucking period at the end of that? There's no more sentence after that.
That's cool.
The
I'm
next
saying
definition literally is the
we
next
can't see the
definition
date.
under.
We can't see the word that they're talking about. We can't see any of it.
It says black, a nation of people also called Negroes from the color of their skin. Look, all my shit in here, like for example, I just got the cuts from the dictionary. Like for example, this one says a color person. Damn, hold on the light. It says a color person. It says a person of African descent or Negro blood. But yet, in the debate, you say, I've never seen a black person called color. You said that shit too.
A black person called colored. I don't know what you're talking about.
Bro, you said that shit in the fucking debate, bro.
I guess I must have fell asleep or something. I don't know what that even means. I never seen a black person called colored. I don't know what that means. What does that even mean?
Bro, disingenuous like a motherfucker, bro.
I don't know what this, bro. I don't know. But continue, bro.
Disingenuous like a motherfucker.
I'm just
So,
looking for
oh,
pre-colonial.
my bad, bro. Yeah, my bad. I do got the screenshot of the dictionary. Hold on, is this it? No, that's the dictionary of hold on, let's see.
Okay, you said blacks. Okay, hold on. Where's the bees at? Let's see.
I'm gonna pull it up. Dictionary. Okay. Dictionary of Brenica. I believe this one is it. This one may be it. Let's see. What year? 1708. Okay. Now let's look. Oh yeah, and that oldest definition you provided from 16 whatever whatever. Listen, from 16 whatever, it did not say African in it. You was assuming that you was putting Africa in there, and I got
Okay.
that part recorded too. Just
Okay.
saying.
That's cool. See if this shit'll load up.
Now look, this right here. It says Negro right here. One born in Nigerita, or it says Negro land, and it says a country or Africa. I'm
Of
telling you that the
Africa.
word. Listen,
Of
the word.
Africa.
Listen. It's showing you that the word Negro is not exclusive to Africa. That's the whole fucking point of me
Where?
proving this
Which
shit to
part?
you.
Which part says that?
It says Negro, one born in,
Born.
you see,
Negritia.
or
Negroes.
Negro
Uh huh.
land, comma,
Negro
a
land.
country
A
of Africa.
country of Africa.
So why are you only sticking to one part?
That's what else? What I don't get what else is there. Where's the
Oh
other
my god.
place?
Oh my god. I'm showing you how disingenuous you are, bro.
Where's the other place where they're
It's like,
from then?
bro, you're literally just whiting out everything and just looking for the word Africa.
No. I want to know where the other place in that definition was. Because all I seen was Africa.
Okay, let's go back.
Yeah, please, let's do this right. I don't
You
know
just
why
said it
you're
right
like
there.
so
There it is
frustrated
right
about
there.
this.
One
Yes.
born in.
And Negritia, right? That's Negro land. Uh-huh. Or
No, that's
Negro.
not Negro land.
Yes, it is.
It says or Negro land, comma, a
Yeah,
country
they're
of
giving you the
Africa.
definition of Negritia. Look up
Oh
Negritia real
my
quick. Come
God,
on,
bro.
bro.
You don't
What
have
in
reading
the world?
comprehension skills.
Just look up
You
Negritia. Look up Negritia. It's Negro land. That's what the Spaniards call it.
okay,
That's the
okay,
Portuguese.
okay.
They're calling
Let's
it
look it up.
Negritia,
Look it up.
but it's
Cause
Negro land.
I could have sworn that was in the motherfucking Pacific Islands, bro.
Oh my God, bro! It's Guinea. That's Guinea. When you hear about Guinea in the journals, sometimes the Spanish people say Negritia, and what are we doing?
No, we finna
Why
see.
are we doing this?
We finna see, bro. We finna see.
And you're gonna say it's my reading comprehension. I know what this shit is.
Okay, we're gonna see.
This is just a simple. This a definition that you're just not
If
getting. You
I'm
didn't know
hey,
Negritia meant
if I'm wrong on that
Negro.
motherfucking matter, I'm on at least I'm owning up, at least I'm real enough to say it. But you won't fucking own up to the shit. You won't own up to the shit.
Yes, I will.
No, the fuck you not.
If I said Africans mean Negro, then I will admit to that because that sounds
You
dumb.
said that shit in the fucking debate, bro. So
Okay,
stop
well,
the shit.
show me the clip, and I'm like, man, I should have never said no dumb shit like that because that sounds
Okay,
stupid.
okay. We're gonna show you the beginning of the damn debate. Okay.
African means Negro. That's backwards.
We're gonna show the beginning of the damn debate.
Negro land, right? You
Oh,
typed
okay.
in Negritia,
Okay,
right?
I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Okay, I
Yeah.
accept that. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. All right, cool. I'm wrong on that matter. All right, let's go to another definition. Let's go to another definition. So universal. All right, English dictionary. We're gonna look up the word
Did you go?
Negro
Wait, did you
again.
go to the full definition of blacks in the other dictionary?
Oh, that's okay. This is the same one. Still the
Like, I
same.
can't even open my shit up right now.
Mm, mm, mm. Black,
But
black. Let's see,
I'll run it
black.
through it later though.
Okay, it's black in this one. Black. A color is somewhat. That's what it says. Black. Hold on. We gotta look for the other definition just to make sure. That's not talking about nothing about Africa whatsoever. Blackness, black, black bird. You see, there go the definition right there. That's not from the book. I'm just going through all my dictionaries and showing you. Okay, I'm still looking for that dictionary that had that in
I
there.
think it's gonna have to have S. It's gonna have to have blacks for it to
It,
denote people.
there's not the word that it's not in there because you can literally see
Well, you had it. You had
blacksmith.
it up there. It's just a
Yeah,
clip. It
that's
was cropped out.
I'm
I want
looking
to see
for
the
that
whole thing
exact I'm
expanded.
looking for that exact dictionary. I know I got the dictionary in here. That's what I'm looking for. Give me a minute. I think it's this one. Mhm. Yeah, I think it's the dictionary. I think it's it. Is it? No, this is. It's not a fucking dictionary. No, that's not a dictionary. Where is the? I think it's this etymology, Cambridge series. No, oh no, wait a minute. Page 15. No, that's not it either. Where the fuck is this dictionary? Huh? It's right there. But I know I got it. I downloaded a whole bunch of dictionaries. When I was going through every last one of them. Free Negroes, history.
It's that old Oxford jump, volume
No,
volume one.
that word I showed you, that was not from an Oxford dictionary. The one I showed you from an Oxford dictionary was talking about the American Indian being called a Negro. You thinking about a whole entirely different uh thing right there. I'm just gonna go through this shit manually and look like this, look through here like this and shit. Cause I should have just labeled it dictionary instead of just downloading the way how it is. Discussion of American.
I thought it would be proper to go to the Portuguese and the Spanish since they're the ones who people adopted the word from, and they said
Well,
it's
well,
talking about
it, well,
African people. That's
well,
strange.
if that's the case, if we want to be real, then that means if we're gonna look up that word and truly where it came from, that means we would have to look it up in the original Spanish book and original Portuguese dictionary, where it's still where you will have to literally translate it yourself to see what it says. That's what you will actually have to do,
You can
just
actually
to
do
be
that.
real.
All I know
So
is
I
that
know.
it's always been talking about African people. I don't know what. I don't know if you like looking at somebody who's just doing lookership. Like I said, we all do lookership. The whole world gonna turn into Negroes at that point. But what were the
That's not
Portuguese
true.
people talking about? They were
That's
referring to the
not
people
true.
that they seen in Africa. It's in their journals when they first went over there. There's a
Listen,
pre-colonial time. There's a pre-colonial time of Africa,
listen. That
and they're all still the same people, pre-colonial and post-colonial. Like they describe them, they
listen,
describe themselves. They have artwork over there. They got writing systems. They got clothing. They got diet. They got their harvesting techniques. They got all of that. But we got to dig through all of this stuff to try to find us here. Why is it so damn hard?
listen. That's not true because that's exactly what the colonizers did. They used lookership to literally point out who's what and what's what and who they look like and who they don't look like. That's literally how the whole entire world is described, including to white people, Asiatic people. It don't matter. So really, you can really hang that part up right there. These people wasn't
Okay.
stupid.
All
Okay,
right.
now I'm looking up, trying to find the Spanish. Uh, okay, I think this is the one right here, 1576. How many words? We got to make sure all this. Hold up, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, this a real one, right? Handwritten. Okay. So in Spanish, we know that the word Negro in Spanish is Negro or probably Negri. So I'm gonna start off with Negri, see if it's in here. Nope. Negro. Okay. They got something here. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna screenshot it. Screenshot this section. Save it in no facts debate. And we're gonna go to Google Lens and see if Google Lens can pick it up. It's right here. Right, translate. Where's the black? Well, it got the word Negro in here, but it's not the definition. It says if it's red and the rest black, a Hun seller of anything, but it's showing that the word Negro here means black, not African. But we can go to another book, another old Spanish book, just to see.
Yeah, you still have to find the proper context. They have to be referring to people, not birds and objects and stuff. If they're referring to people and the Portuguese or Spanish people are saying Negro, they're talking about people of African descent or from Africa.
Well, sir, you will have to pick up a old Spanish book around that time. I'm talking about literally around 1492 or early 1500s. It's completely written in Spanish, and you will have to prove that. But until then, it's just conjecture coming from your mouth at this point.
Interesting. So didn't I
So
show
that's
you the
so that
translation? So you don't remember me showing you the translation? I
translation of
did
what?
that. I did that just for you.
Oh,
Remember, you told me this. You
you
told me
talk
that
about
weeks ago.
Negro slaves. You talk about that translation where it didn't say African, it just said Negro slaves. That's all it
Yeah.
said.
So I'm telling you, you can use that. You can use that text.
You can't use that
Go to
because
that
that
original
doesn't
text and then put it into
what you
your translate
no
and just take that essence of it.
what you just showed was just some. Look, we can find it right here.
Wasn't that Giovanni? No, that's not Giovanni.
No, it was. I know what manuscript you brought up. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, that wasn't Gio. It was before Giovanni. That was Pedro de Alvarado.
Let's see right here. Yeah, that's your definition right there. It says black skin race of Africa. That's what you called it. You said Negro means right there on your presentation.
Right. Yeah, but
That's what.
I didn't say that's what Africa means. I didn't say Africa means Negro though. Negro is talking about the African people.
Okay, so
Yeah.
once I showed you a more, I basically broke the word down even further and showed you what it really means. It is base.
But you never gave me
You
the
still,
literature. I like to read the whole book, bro.
you
I don't like to
still,
read chunks.
you still. I mean, you still went back to this African thing.
Yeah, but what
So
you explained
that
to me,
shows
right?
me
I
that
don't have
show.
no problem adapting to new information or information I missed, but I don't have the source to sit there and read it. I can't comment on it. I can't say nothing. I'm fair like that. I have to read that book and then come back to you later in a couple days. I can't just sit there and respond to you like, how the hell am I do that?
Okay,
That would
there
be
it is. Right. I
disingenuous.
think
That would be
where's
conjecture.
the
I don't
link?
know the full scope of the context of the book, and I'm going to sit there and respond to it.
Bro, you know the full scope of the goddamn paragraph. You don't have to read a whole goddamn book to know the full scope of a fucking paragraph. Now that right there is crazy what you just said.
I don't know who wrote it.
Exactly. You don't know
I don't know who wrote it.
you don't know all the books I fucking got that somebody else had wrote, especially the ones that was written in Spanish. You don't know these people. Here it is. I think this is it right here. No.
What's the point
I,
of providing a source without providing a source? You're going to show a source, but not show a
I already
source.
told
What
you
are
why I
we
won't bring out the
doing?
goddamn source for you. In the debate, you show why I shouldn't bring out a source towards you.
YouTube video you were showing. Not my book.
Okay, here it is right here.
And they're talking about the slave law, but I want to go for it.
It's the part where the dude was. Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that part right there. This little table that you made,
Okay, so
that little table that you made, that bullshit you made, it made seem like it was by somebody else, but it was by you.
But I know I made the table. What are you talking about? I'm a
Okay, then.
writer.
So that whole point, that whole thing, what you did was really just a whole L. And everybody else right here. This little section that you brought out right here. Let's see what it said though. Even though they ain't got shit to do with the damn debate, it's just funny.
okay, so it's this book. It's a letter of Pedro de Alvarado relating to the.
That's that shit right there. That little manuscript you got.
Sorry for the wait, but this y'all see this, it's gonna be well worth it. I'm sorry.
Now let's see. Does it say anything? That
This is the
that Negro means Africa or something in there. Let's see. Or
This
Africans.
is the primary right here, and this is just the translation. You can see the language right here translated into the English alphabet, but it's still in
Okay, let's turn it up.
and then you see the translation right here. Okay, it says a letter from Adelantado Pedro del Alvarado, written to the king from the port of Poseidon, Posición, Nicaragua, dated January 18, 1534, informing him of the departure from the port, which the fleet composed 12 sails of 300 tons up to 40, equipped with everything necessary, and 450 Spaniards, including horsemen, crossbowmen, musketeers, etc., and 140 sailors and 200 black slaves. His route would be from 13 to 20 degrees on the other side of the equator to discover all the secrets of the sea and mainland.
Okay, now where in there it say African?
The black slaves. The
Where in
text
there it
says
say African?
the text.
Bro, listen. Where in there did it say African? Where did it say
It's
African
not.
slave?
Who said it said African? We're talking about the word Negro. They're using the word Negro in the context of the old scripts.
Boy,
What are y'all talking
oh
about?
boy, boy, oh boy, boy, oh fucking
The
boy.
old texts are saying Negro.
Do you not know the whole reason why I got you up here was to break down that damn word? I showed you right there in your damn literature of what you just presented that it did not say African. Yet you
It's
keep
not supposed to say African.
listen, brother, you keep associating Negro with African. I just brought out sources and showed you Negro isn't exclusive
You
to
didn't bring
Africa.
out the sources. If you give
Brother,
me the source, then
you
you
just
can
want the
claim that.
title of you want the title of the damn book. Look, this is
Yeah,
the title of the
provide the
book.
source.
Look,
How you gonna say you
this is the
provided the
title of the
source?
book right here. This is the title of the book. It's called The Human Race by Lewis, whatever fuck his last name is. That's the source right there. Okay? I was gonna bring
By
this shit out
Lewis
to you.
what?
I was gonna bring this shit out
Figure.
to you
Okay.
under the debate. And we win a couple of more rounds. Now that's a fucking freebie. I ain't gonna give you the other ones. Just in case some
All
more
right.
bullshit happen with you.
I'll check it out.
Now go check it out. Now, when you get in there, I want you to scroll down to where it says black race. Then also I want you to read the Pacific Islanders and all that other shit. I want you to focus on the word Negro and focus on the structures in phenotype. You will see that all these people will have the same goddamn phenotype and they classify as Negro, yet they are not from Africa. You will see that shit in there. Then the whole point of me bringing that book out is when I was bringing out the simple fact that there were black people in America being described as Negroes as well,
Pre-colonial.
and
Pre-colonial time.
they was being described as Negroes as well.
Pre-colonial.
Negro-like, Negro character, Negro phenotype, whatever the fuck way you want to say it, they still being described like a Negro, and you sit up here denying it.
Pre-colonial.
These people was here pre-colonial, Mo. That's what part of that you don't fucking understand.
From the dictionary, bro. Why is you mad? Act like a
It's
champ.
because that shit is
Pre-colonial
so
from
fucking
the book
stupid
you
every
just gave
time
me.
you throw that up, bro.
The book you just gave me is from the 19th century.
Brother, not this book. Not this fucking book.
But the book where it's
Not
saying
this.
that there were Negroes here and Negroes there and
Which
Negroes
one?
here in the 19th century,
What's
of
the name?
course, there's a whole bunch of
What's
Negroes
the name of the
everywhere.
book?
What we talking about?
What's the name of the book? Which one? Which one?
The human race one?
The Human Race?
Yeah, that's the one that said
Hold
that
on,
the
wait.
Negroes
This
were in
one,
all those different
nuh-uh,
locations.
nuh-uh. I ain't, no. The whole reason I had this book was to break down the features of a Negro to show you. I don't know how many times I gotta explain this. The whole reason
Okay,
I brought this book out, bro. I'm gonna say this again for the last time.
I
I
got you.
didn't bring this book out to show proof that Negroes was here in America. I brought this book out as to show proof of what a Negro is at heart. What a Negro is, again, is breaking down the phenotype of a human, basically, of a person. Is this person more Negro-like, or is this person more Mongol-like, or is this person more European-like, or is this person yada 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 yada? You get what I'm saying now? So the whole point of me bringing this book out is to show you that the term Negro and the term black is not exclusive to Africa. Anybody that has this skin complexion and have a big nose and have protruding lips and have a low forehead and have broad cheekbones or skinny cheekbones or thin lips can be classified as a Negro as long as they have the complexion as a Negro. So, for example, if a Polynesian, right, come over here to America, that person was of the tribes, and he could be reclassified as a Negro. The girl I showed you earlier, she can be reclassified as a Negro. Various of people from the Pacific Islanders can come over here and be reclassified as a Negro. But somehow you're not understanding that.
Yeah, and so that would be right if someone looked at them and reclassified them as somebody that's a descendant or from Africa. That would be correct.
Okay, so look,
The
again.
word
So,
still means what it means from the Portuguese and the Spaniards. Just
yeah,
because somebody
it
takes
means
it and
black.
decides
Yeah,
to
it
go,
means
oh,
yes,
you're
sir.
from
It
Africa.
means black. It
Since you
means
look like
black.
that, you're from Africa. Boom. Then
It means no. It did not. They
now
did
what we
not say
doing?
you look like you
We're
from
talking
Africa.
about the
It
context
did
in
not. They
which
did not
those
say you look like
people.
you from Africa. It says it means black. It
I'm
means
saying
black skin.
if someone calls them a Negro, and the
Mm.
Portuguese and the Spanish are referring to those people from Africa, and they call an Australian that's their problem. We know what those early Portuguese and Spanish people were talking about when they said Negro.
Okay, again. So when I go back to this book is 1797. This is a Spaniard book, right? It's a conquest book, right? Voyage. This is a voyage book. All right, second edition. I brought this out in debate. I already translated it. All right, and then when I go down here, I'm just jumping all the way down. It said these Indians are generally small, weak, and do not display the love of independence and freedom which characterize the nation of the North, of which they are neither the arts nor the industry. Their color is very close, very close. Again, I'll explain why I can't read that bottom because that's like a title. Close to. This is the next page. You see Negrease up here. Okay, we're going to it. Close to that of the Negroes whose hair is not woolly. Now, what Negro people whose hair is not woolly? We got the Papua New Guineans. We got the Fiji people, some Fiji people. We got Australians. We got Polynesians. And the reason, oh yeah, shout out to Black First want to play fucking games. In that fucking literature, it described their hair as close to a horse mane. And again, I don't think y'all understood why the hell I brought out the horse. The reason I brought out the horse is to describe how the Indians' hair was. They said these people had, in other books I brought out on the debate, it said these people had thick lips and they had big noses and low foreheads, and they was Negro-like. That was Negro color. But their
You know where that
hair,
horse came from?
I don't care where the hell the horse came from.
I
Listen.
know. Okay.
And it talks about how their
It
hair
didn't
is
exist
close
at
to
the
the
time
horse's
that
mane.
those people
I
were
do
writing.
not give a damn.
I
Now let me
understand, sir.
finish.
Okay.
Now when we get to the horse, right, and we comparing the hair of the Negroid individual of California, and they said their hair is straight, and of course like the horse's mane, and you look at their hair, back to the Negro girl, then back to the horse. Even they got horses, they got woolly hair on them. And their hair is woolly, but but the tail is coarse and thick like. So, we can kill that shit right then and there. We can really kill that shit right then and there. That was the whole point of me bringing out the California Indians, showing you that these people were Negro-like people. They were Indians. They were Negroes. They had features of the Negroes, and they were described as Negroes. Yet you keep saying, "Oh, that's not pre-colonial. It's because pre-colonial is before 1492." Well, guess what? Those descendants, their ancestors, and all those people was there before 1492. They have always been there. And just because somebody popped up in the later years to say, okay, we ran into these people that nobody ever ran into, and we fucking describe them, who the hell they is and shit like that, all of a sudden that's not pre-colonial? When those people was there before pre-colonial times? Get the fuck out of here. That's the whole point of me
Who?
explaining this shit.
Who were they?
And somehow you're not understanding that.
Who were the people that were there?
We talk about the California, on this matter, I was talking about the California Indians. A particular tribe of the California Indians.
And what's the date?
They discovered these people around, again, I already know what the fuck you finna do. Because you just did it again. I don't know how many times I got to explain it again. And when you do it again, I'm going to fucking explain it again. They
Okay.
discovered these people, I'm going to say, approximately around 1797.
Okay. So yeah. So like 300 years after we're already
And
here. That's why
again. So you tell,
it's
all right, no facts. These people,
pre-colonial that we're looking for.
listen, brother. Was those people there? Did those people just magically popped up after colonial time? Is that what the fuck you trying to say?
But
Because
that's
those
not the
people was
point.
just discovered,
The point is that we're looking for pre-colonial presence. So that's what we're looking for. It doesn't matter
bro.
when they popped
That
up. It's
is
that we're looking for
pre-colonial presence. You
pre-colonial
acting
presence.
like the motherfuckers just popped up once the motherfucker just pulled up on them. So tell me this, Mofax. Where
So
were
you
they
think
way
that's
before?
fair?
What?
If I
Listen, brother.
told you I was older than you, right? I can't have a
Mhm.
birth date after you. You gotta prove you older than me, Mo Facts. Boom, I
Bro,
gotta give you my
there was
birthday, and
things.
my shit
There
is
was
supposed to
things
be
before.
before
There was
yours.
things here before your birthday, and you know that.
But I'm
There
saying
was
I
stuff here
can
before
get.
your birthday. There was here. There was people here before your existence. There was people here before the colonization. And when these colonists came over here
This
and
is crazy.
described what the fuck they wrote in unknown territories before they became known, all of a sudden that's not pre-colonial. Are you like? That's why I keep saying, are you fucking stupid? You're not fucking understanding this.
That's three stupids
Yes, and I'm gonna call you
from
stupid the fourth fucking
from the
time because
champ.
if you say that shit again, bro, I'm telling you, I'm probably gonna have to fucking boot you after that because this shit is really pissing me off at this point.
All
Like, how
right.
are you not understanding that? If you are like, look, like, check this out, Mofax, the syndicate, y'all discover a new land somewhere on this earth. Y'all pull up, y'all see people that look like Negroes. Y'all start documenting. You go back to let's say whatever the fuck you from, and you tell Port City, hey, yada 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 yada, we need to get more people. They got good land and all this other shit. You go back to that land, you start documenting the fruits, the vegetables, and all this stuff, and you start building your settlement. It's not that pre syndicate colonial time. Is that not?
If you show it,
I already showed it. That's the fucking thing about it. I showed it with Drake. I showed it with Columbus. I showed it with
Drake is
all these
after.
motherfuckers, and yet you keep on saying that's not pre-colonial. That's
Where's
not
it at with
pre-colonial
Columbus?
because the date says
Okay, show
1600
it with
because the date
Columbus.
says
Columbus
17.
is closer. Drake is not. That's too far away. Show it with
Brother, all
Columbus.
right,
Drake is
all
the
right, let's
Englishman.
bring up a source from Drake.
You
Let's bring
already
up a
have. You
hey,
already have the
let's
Portuguese
bring
and
up
the
a source from
Spanish
Columbus.
people
Let's bring
bringing
up a source from
Negroes here.
Columbus. Let's bring
You
up a
got
source
the.
from Columbus.
You
Okay.
said that three times. The Portuguese and the Spanish people are already bringing people over here. So by default, Drake
That
can't talk about
doesn't
anything
mean a
pre-colonial.
fucking thing.
He's coming
It doesn't
after
matter.
two
They
other
can
people.
bring people. Listen, bro. They can bring people over here. Those people they brought got nothing to do with the motherfuckers they describing in their book. That's the point you're not understanding here. Like I said, that's why you lost the fucking shit, bro. Because I don't know how many times. I
If
don't
I
know how
lost,
many
what's the
fucking times I
problem?
got. Bro,
What? Just celebrate
bro,
then.
you fucking lost, bro. You
Well,
fucking lost,
celebrate,
nigga.
G. Congratulations, my nigga.
You
You
fucking lost,
won.
my nigga. That's what I'm saying. Like you
Cheer
fucking
up,
lost. I already
bro.
proved that Negro some
Pop
shit.
champagne. You hit the last three. Switched it. Wow, I never
Yeah,
seen a champ
yeah,
act like
yeah,
this though.
yeah. Let's look at how the fuck you
Act
was
like a
acting towards
champ.
the end of the shit, my nigga.
Come on, man. You
Hold on,
gotta
real
sell
quick.
it. Natural, sell it. Damn, dude. They can. Yeah, come on, man. Act excited.
Hey, but I ain't get to get into this on end of the debate, so I might as well bring this out real quick.
I'm listening.
Okay, then. Are you familiar with the tobacco fucking statues? You know, some of
The
them was made
tobacco.
17th century, some of them was made 16.
Yeah, I heard a little bit about it. But yeah,
Okay,
go ahead.
then.
I can learn.
So tell me why they was depicting some of them as Negroes. And don't give me this African bullshit.
I mean, I guess you explain it to me because I mean, I know what the word Negro means from the Spanish and Portuguese. Maybe you got a different angle you going at. I don't know.
Okay. But this ain't I'm just gonna start with the tobacco statues real quick.
You never had to explain something to like a white person or a Hispanic person or an Asian person about what we mean when we say something, as us when we say something. That's
Yeah,
the same thing here.
like you.
The Englishman doesn't get to say what the Portuguese and the the Spaniards
Okay,
meant
all
with
right.
their
We finna get
words.
on
You
we
go
we
to
finna get
them.
on
They
to
said
it.
it meant people from Africa.
Okay,
That's
we
what
finna
they
get on
said.
to it. Okay, we finna get on to it. But this is the antique Indian, right? And this is how they're depicted. I mean, I got so many of them, but that's how one of them is depicted.
That's tough.
Right there.
Who's that's supposed to be us or something?
Got more of them.
From what was the date? Saying they kind of look like us. What is that, like locks or something back there? You got locks and stuff. Okay. Antique. 1700s European tobacco trade. That's 300 years.
Somebody
300 years and we're present.
Here we go. We ain't done. We are not fucking done.
If you show that shit 1400, that's crazy, bro. I'm gonna start shaking. I'm gonna get a phone call and drop off the live and disappear and block you.
But
show
look,
some 1400, 1300.
The whole point of me showing these goddamn statues is to show you how the people describe those people back then. That's the whole point of me showing you these statues. That is how they depicted. That is how they're seen. I don't get how you don't understand that. I don't get how you don't comprehend that. For example, and at the back of her, where it's at, she got locks at the back of hers. To show you what the Indian locks, what they was talking about. If I can fucking find the shit, I know I got it. Hold on. I'm gonna have to just go through the shit like this. Right there. There it is, right there.
I believe all of that stuff is 1700s, 1800, 1900.
It doesn't fucking matter. 1700, they were still describing the Indians as Negro-like people. So just stop.
I mean, if we talking about pre-colonial, it does matter. Then if we not talking about pre-colonial, we can throw that off.
Those people was there pre-colonial time. You act like those people just magically just poofed out of nowhere and just say, "Hey."
You want to do another debate with post-colonial?
Now look, check this out. I'm not done. Hold on.
Let's do another debate and do post-colonial, and then you can push my shit in on that one.
Look, this is how she is described. You see her locks right there, and I just had the front of her. There you go. And that's the front of her right there. So regardless, they were still described as Negroes. It don't matter. But this is the next one for to bring up. You said post before colony. That means you gotta look at the artifacts that they had too. For example, this book right here. I'm pretty sure you know about this book. Don't you?
Unexpected Faces in Ancient America. Yeah, I ain't finished it though.
Okay then. So you already aware, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're still gonna show the people anyway. All right. So it says when I asked a curator of the Natural History Museum in New York to let me photograph a Teutonic Negro stone head before it was placed in the museum's splendid pre-Columbian exhibition, he gave me a mildly disapproving glance, but granted me the permission to take the photograph. Okay. And that's it on the side. Again, this is how they depicted themselves. The thick lips, the broad nose, the low forehead.
Okay. I can't do looker ship. You can. I'll take your word for it, but I can't do looker ship.
Look, this whole world's looker ship, and you can just quit playing freaking games, bro. When a fucking police officer pull you over, they're gonna use looker ship, regardless. So just stop the
right. And I'm not a police officer, and that's why our people fought to stop the discrimination and shit. So I'm not going to make the same mistakes they made.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull up and just describe you as a white man.
Don't we do it on these lives, bro? You host lives too, just like we do. But you host lives just like we do, and don't you ask people what they identify as?
Terracotta book, The Art of the Terracotta Pottery, that white and even Negro people existed in America long before Columbus. I immediately was challenged with the argument, but what about the wheel? the absence of the will. At this point, I am inclined to ask, what on earth was the will, and what on earth was the will to do with the adventure of a white man or a Negro having intercourse with an Aborigine girl of the continent? There's a little whatever the shit they talking about, but it's showing you that Negro people existed here in America long before Columbus. All right, and we're
According
finna
to
get to
who?
the statue. We finna get
Who
into
is
the
this?
statue.
Ain't this guy's collect? This is his collection, or is this a artifact that they found?
Hey, just look the shit up yourself. There go the book. You can go read the shit yourself. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we did. We went over it before the debate,
Okay. And
coincidentally,
it says,
and
the head of
it traced back to a guy's collection. He didn't
it
necessarily
says
get it from
it
the
says the
Americas.
head of a sacrificed Negro showing 3 wounds and varicose, yada yada yada. Well, I'm just gonna go through. Since you said pre-Columbian, these people, even the people in Mexico, are still describing our Olmecs as Negro face head. I mean, Negro face, Negro structure, Negro
You know,
phenotype.
the stones are black. They're lava stones. They're black.
It says the colossal Olmec head. It says representing a mighty Negro personage.
Yeah, Negroid.
Hoo-wee. A Negro
That's
head
called
made from a
cranial
Negro head,
morphology.
a Negro head
Yes.
made from black copal with thick golden lips and teeth. It was found in Panama.
Remember,
Panama.
remember
Oh
in
my
your
fucking
text
God.
where
Like
it
I said,
said,
oh my freaking
re-
God. Oh my
remember your
God.
source when it, remember your source when it said that the proper way to describe it would be Negroid instead of Negro.
Okay,
Negroid
tell me
is
who.
talking
All
about
right,
the
then
cranial
check this out.
morphology. They
Who are
used
the
to use a
Negro heads?
technique. They used to use a method called cranial morphology, and they were refer to these people as having Negroid-like features. They're not saying that they are the Negroes from Africa. They're saying they
Who
have
are the
Negroid
All right.
features.
Okay, now I'm glad you cut yourself with this shit, and you keep on applying Africa to bullshit. I never apply Africa to this shit. But like I said, who is the Negroid people?
There is no Negroid people.
Oh wow, brother. What is a Negro?
That
What
was
is a
their,
Negroid,
that was
brother?
a faulty method, bro. If they
What is a
used the
Negroid?
Negroid,
What
that's
is a
how they
Negroid, bro?
messed up. That's how they messed up with what's her name, Lucia, and Naya, because they used the word Negroid from the shape of the skull and stuff like that, and the cheekbones, and then thought it was an African, and it wasn't. That's why
Bro,
they don't use they use
what is a
cranial
Negroid, bro?
morphology, but they pair that with other methods because they
What
made
is a
mistakes
ne
doing it.
Mofex? What is a Negroid?
It's referring to the features of the Negro, but it's not necessarily a Negro. That method is not used.
So
They
tell me what
already
other
made
group of
mistakes
people on
using
this
that
earth
method.
got repeat. Tell me what other group of people on this earth got features of a Negro.
A lot of people do. They don't.
Tell
They're
me.
not Negroes, but they may have the nose. They may
Tell me.
have the hair that's similar. They may have the
No,
skin
we ain't talking
color that's
about no.
similar.
Hold on,
Look at
wait a minute,
India.
bro. When they say Negroid
Look at the people
features,
in
they
India.
talk, bro. When they say Negroid features, they talking about a collection of Negro, not just one little thing. Oh, you got a Negro nose. Oh, you got lips like a Negro, brother. They talking about the whole damn shebang. That's what they're talking about. So we ain't finna do that. So tell me what group of people on this earth, the whole entire nation, have Negroid features and they're not black. Tell me.
A lot of people, the people all over the world,
Tell
they
me
would
the race, bro.
classify.
Tell me the
I'm telling
nationality. Tell me the people.
Australians. I think Asia, the people that are in China, those
Mm,
tribal people
mm,
back there in
mm.
China that people don't
Okay.
talk about. Yeah, they
Mm,
would say
okay.
they would label some of their skeletons as Negroid,
So they
but
Negroid, but
they're
they not
not the people that
Negro.
they're referring to as Negro. They're just comparing them using the
But
features,
you
certain
said
features of that.
they not Negro though. They not
Yeah,
Negro. They
typically.
Negroid, but they not Negro. So you know you just fucking cut yourself.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you fucking did. You just
The
so
people
let
who
me ask you this:
created that method, the people
Is
who
he a
created
Negro
that,
or is he a Negro or Negroid?
that's lookership. Well, oh, you talking about the skeleton?
Is he
The
a Negro or
skeleton,
Negroid?
the skeleton. If they looked at it, they would probably say, "Yeah, he's this is a Negroid." They'll look at the people from China, and say Negroid. They'll look at the people in the Philippines, they'll say Negroid. But that's how they made
Hey,
mistakes
oh my
in their
fucking God! Hey,
studies by
I
calling
proved it.
everybody Negroid.
I proved
They
everything
don't
I
use
wanted to
that.
prove. Hey, I proved everything I wanted to prove. Thank you, Mofax. I proved everything I wanted to prove. I proved. You
No
showed
problem,
me
bro.
how you showed me how fucking disingenuous you is. You showed me how you twist up shit. You showed me how you change one thing from another.
Okay.
Brother, Black First, I don't even know why the fuck you came to my family. You can get the fuck off or away from over here. There you go. Y'all can
Well,
talk to him.
damn.
I proved my damn point, y'all. I proved my shit.
Wait.
Well, hey, if you get like a dictionary,
Wait.
like an anthropology dictionary or
Um,
a Cambridge
let
dictionary,
me
they'll
say
tell
something
you
right
what
quick. Look,
Negro it is. It's
okay,
not
but
talking
go
about
back. Okay,
Negroes.
okay, listen,
They
y'all.
fucked up
Listen,
doing that.
hold up, y'all. Now, peep game. This is how I know he's not being honest. Negro, he says that Negro does not mean African. Then turn around and say that it fucking do. And then when he shows you the people from Polynesian or whatever the case may be, you say, oh yeah, they look African. How the fuck do they look they don't look Negro, but they look African, and then you turn around
I
and
said
say
they have some of the
Negro
features.
means
Yes.
bro, I got everything recorded.
Yes, they have
When
some of
he
those
actually
features. But I'm
listen,
not calling them Africans.
More facts. You said that though. Listen to what I'm telling to you. Listen, more facts. When he showed you those people on the screen, he asked you first. He went through all of them. He said, "Do these people look like Negroes?" You was like, "No." Then he showed you the same photos, and he said, "So do these people look like Africans?" You say yes, and I'm
No,
like,
the
"Huh,
features. He said, "You
bruh,
so they don't have African features?"
bruh,
I said, "Yes, they do. They have African. I can point out some things on their
bruh."
face or their body and say those are some that nose is African.
Wait,
That hair looks African. I can say that,
listen,
but I don't.
listen,
I'm
more
not going
facts.
to call them
Listen.
Africans.
Listen, Mo Facts, but listen, does a Negro mean African? I'm asking you.
Yes, the Portuguese and the Spanish are specific about what they meant. They were even in the location when they ran into the people and came back and described who they saw.
Okay,
They said there are these black people, the Negro people, and they were in Africa when they said it and start calling them black or
okay.
Negro.
Listen, Mo Facts. Listen to what you just said. I asked you. Okay, one more time. Does Negro mean African?
Yeah, Negro in the Portuguese and the Spanish context, they're referring to the people of Africa. Yes.
Okay.
No, she's not,
Wait, wait,
she's
wait, wait,
not
wait, wait,
talking
wait,
about
wait,
this.
wait, 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 wait. Hold on, hold on.
So that's what
Okay,
we
so you
talking
say
about.
yes. Okay,
Portuguese and the
okay,
Spanish.
okay. So you say Negro means African? Yes or no?
Yes, the Portuguese and the Spanish were referring to those people of Africa, the black people of Africa,
Why do you
Okay.
keep bringing up the Portuguese without the Portuguese and the Spanish? Without the
because it's their
Portuguese,
word.
Oh my God.
The
Oh
word
my God.
before
Oh my
Negro, they it was Niger.
You
Now
see how
where's that
you
at?
see, hey, you see how he twisting it? See the slow
There's no
people in look,
twist.
Okay.
listen, hey, before hold on. The slow people in the comments not gonna fucking understand what the hell is going on here. They don't see how
Mm,
many times he done fucking cut his own goddamn self. And then when
Read the
I put him
definition.
up there, when I showed him the fucking Negroes of Polynesia, of the East Islands, and then I showed the West Indies, and then I went to the motherfucking I started talking about the California Indians, how they resemble the Negroes. All of a sudden, it's lookership. That's wrong. There was no Negroes here. That's not pre-colonial. We're the fucking date. You see what the fuck going on here? And then
What's going on?
I gotta explain to him that the colonizers came here to unknown territories that wasn't even colonized yet, and they was finding these Negroes here. And he keeps saying, "Oh, that's 17 something, that's 18 something." Yeah, they discovered this around that time. Bro,
and it's like
you not fucking getting it.
Go ahead,
So
read the
but
now
this
I'm
definition real
gonna do
quick.
something else. I'm gonna show y'all something.
Wait, go
but
ahead,
if
Go
read
you
it.
ahead,
You
look
go
up
ahead.
good.
but if you even look up if you like I said, if you even look up Zing He and how the Africans are already trading and they already have found the Iberian Peninsula, they was already like traveling the world or doing like a lot of things and met with us and was trading with us before any of the Spaniards or the Portuguese. Like my thing is the whole even belittling African folks, bro. Like they was doing a lot of shit with the Chinese. The Chinese and the Africans was doing a lot of shit. And y'all don't take none of that in consideration. Like these niggas wasn't already trading and mingling with each other and like what the fuck?
Okay.
hold up,
Now let me
hold up,
show.
hold up. So
You gonna
now,
read Negroes real
okay,
quick?
hold up, wait,
I
hold
mean
up.
Negroid.
So more facts. You keep saying Spanish and the Portuguese definition, but what about the French? Like you actually leaving them out as well because they also describe the people as Negroes. So we can't just even go on that. And like we've been trying to tell you from the beginning. Negro does not mean African, and you proved that point because even when he pulled up the people that they was calling Negroes, even from Australia, they never said they was African. But I noticed that when you wanted to benefit you, then you'll say, "Oh yeah, she looks African," but you wouldn't say that she looked Negro. How does that make sense? That
No, I
doesn't
can
make
agree
sense.
to Negro features. What are you saying? It's the same thing. I'm saying I'm not going to say that these people are from Africa because I see Negro features. That's for the European to do. The European is
But
supposed
you
to do
did
that,
no,
not
but
me.
You're
hold on, but see,
doing,
hold
but
on,
you're
but that's
doing it.
I
hold on,
know,
hold on.
I
But that,
know
You're
that
doing it,
I
Mofat.
know
You're
that
doing
the
hold
it.
on, you just
No,
said it
Portuguese
so
right
what
and
now,
the
you're
Mo,
doing
fast,
it.
Spanish
because
were referring.
you just said Negro meant African, and now you're saying what you just said. So now I'm over here trying to make it make sense. But you just told her that Negro means African, but
That's what the
then
Portuguese
it's like you just
and the
said,
Spanish were referring to. Just like the word Niger, right? The word Niger was in Africa, right? The word Afrique was in Africa. The word Afar was in Africa. These people put their own definitions on it. The same thing they did with the word Negro, which the English
so
people
so
took from the Spaniards
so
and Portuguese. And yeah, they can
so
ride around and do all types of making Negroid when they look at their skull and all that. They can do that. But the
so
Portuguese and the Spanish, when they arrived in the lands of Africa, they called those people black when they returned
oh,
back and described who they were. They said there are these
so you
black
don't
people
so you
over here
don't
from this land.
so you don't think the Africans was trading with people here in the Americas before any of that
Hey,
shit?
hey,
Me
Opium,
thinking
what
it
he
doesn't
just
mean I can
said.
prove it.
Hey,
I can
Opium,
think it all
what
I want to.
Opium, what he just said. It only applies to Africa. But when you go around explaining the same phenotypes to other people around the world that share the same phenotype, the same skin color, and all this shit, oh, they're not Negroes. They're this. They're by their nationality. Let's not call them Negroes. Let's not call them this. You see what the
That's
fuck's going on here?
But
that's exactly what he's doing because even when he went through the people of, if you didn't notice, he went through the book and showed all different people being classified as Negroes. They never connected them to Africa or nothing. But you so caught up in what they said about Africa, you can't see outside of other sources of that everybody who had these features were classified as Negroes don't mean it connects them to Africa. That's what you're not understanding. That even when it got to
Facts.
America, even when they got to America and they was calling the people Negroes out there in California, that does not connect them to Africa. They're saying they was up there. Now, what you're getting caught up in is, oh, when they got there, that they saw Negroes. Okay, listen to what you're saying. Just because somebody got there in 1797, that don't mean that those Negroes wasn't there prior to those people coming. Just because you got here late, that don't mean nothing because I fucking been here long before you got here. That's what we're saying. You looking for sources. This is what you want somebody to say in the book. You want them to say, I got here in 1797. These Negroes have a whole village here, have a whole bunch of children here. They're not shackled up, so they must have been here before 1492. You want them to say,
And
oh, they was
my,
here before 1492. Bruh,
and
if
then
a
my
whole
thing
bunch
too.
of Negroes if a whole bunch of Negroes also being described as Indians, which is in that area, right? Not no chains, no shackles. They walking around, they barbecuing, they doing their fucking thing. No shackles, no slave master around. They just existing. Even in the Drake book that we're talking about, these people were still walking around being described as Indians, afros and every fucking thing. Everybody could see it. But for some reason, you want the explorer to say, oh, they was here before 1492. They was here before 1492. Just because they didn't get that before 1492, that don't mean the people wasn't there before 1492. That's what
And
I'm
this is my
trying to
thing.
understand.
But
I
how, hey, how are
understand.
they forgetting about the?
I
How are you
understand.
forgetting about the? How are you forgetting about the Negro League too? Though, like we had a whole thing with the Negro League, and then Barack Obama wrote Negro out of the whole shit. Like, why would he even write Negro out of it to make it consider it an offensive term when our people was okay with the term because we were getting reclassified so many times with the L.A. Weekly thing I showed. There were so many terms that we got reclassified. We didn't even like colored and black and all this other type stuff. We had a baseball league after Negroes.
Yeah, but do
Hey,
you
so, so,
understand how damaging it would be if it was like the 1400s or the 1200s and we see people like us here with the same culture, the same stuff that we're doing right now today, like all the way back, it don't turn into people sacrificing people, cutting their chests open and identifying as three different sexes and all of that shit. What we need to see our shit. So you got looks. Let's say you have the looks, and then you
But
match
due
that
to the
up with the
things that would
culture and
happen, due to the
artifacts.
things that, that's
Hey,
God
what
damn,
we're
that'd
trying
be
to tell
crazy.
you. We're
Pre-colonial,
trying to tell you
not after.
due to
We already
paper,
here. That
but
ain't
due
making
to
sense.
hey,
paper,
y'all. He just
but
pushed the
due to,
fucking bar. Now I told you what the fuck he was going to really do. He's going to say, okay,
Can I
now
get?
I need
Can
to
I?
see. Hold up,
No,
Digital D, you can
that
go.
has been what I
No,
requested the whole time. Pre-colonial.
bro, you said
Everything
that
you
on the
showed me was
damn live
after.
with Sudden and all them. You said I need to see clothing, I need to see arrowheads, I need to see a language, I need to see all this shit, as if you understand all that shit. And that's exactly what you're doing now. You just pushed the bar. Because once
No, I didn't push
you
it.
already see a
You just need
Negro.
to get to
You are
pre-colonial.
listen, bro. You already see a Negro presence here, and now you fucking pushing the bar.
Where's
These
pre-colonial?
my
Show me
team
it
just
again.
literally made
Pre-colonial.
this shit made sense to you because I can't sit up, bro. Stop this shit. I already showed pre-colonial shit.
okay, well,
I showed
okay,
motherfucking artifacts. I showed the
That
motherfucking
that's
codex.
an
natural,
art
I showed
collection.
all this shit, bro.
That's an art
Yet your
natural.
ass
collection.
still sitting up here saying the same goddamn thing.
Hey,
These
It's
if
a
people
statues
first
and
of
all
all,
this
Now,
it's
shit
a
wait,
was
hold
way,
on,
statue.
way
no,
y'all.
no,
before
no,
that
listen,
shit.
Hold up.
It's a
hold on, this is
statue
my
of
thing.
a
If people,
Wait,
hold on,
wait,
monk,
hold on,
wait.
hold on,
and
wait,
it's an
wait,
Wait,
wait.
art
hold
If
on, y'all.
collection.
individual, hey, if
Wait,
individuals are
hold
doing
on.
their
Wait,
family
wait,
tree,
opium. Real quick. This don't even have nothing to do with the topic. Natural, can you mod me right quick?
Okay.
Can I just give y'all an example real quick to
yeah,
what
yeah, real quick,
before
hold on, real
all
quick.
was saying?
One facts. Hold on, real quick, Digital. If people are doing their family tree, right? If individual, we talking about any individual, right? Especially our people, they find and they find out they got a history to whoever. Let's just say American Indian or whatever, Wutu, and they find out that that tribe, they do the history on that tribe, or they do the history on this bloodline, and whatever that bloodline is predates a religion, predates pre-colonial, predates whatever, and they have the proof through their family that are some of these people that you're talking to. We predate that shit. Some of our stories, some of our family history, some of us are tied to the Mississippian Empire, which is prehistoric. If you look up the history of the people that these individuals are tied to alone, that's that right there. So that's why it's conflicting when you're asking what you're asking.
Yeah,
When
but
there's
that's personal.
individuals,
That's
but
personal. That I
okay,
can't deal with that. I can only deal with the collective. The
I
personal stuff. That's like
understand.
you can't take somebody's family history
I
away from them.
understand
That's
that.
like
So okay, so so
that's
so
what you
so,
connect to, and I
so,
can't
so
tell
this
you
is
to
what
show
we're
it
so
because
this is what
we
we're
can't
doing.
put your business
So
out there like that.
okay, so this is what we're doing. So individually, we can prove that people like ourselves were here pre-colonial, but you want to see a collective.
Yeah, that's how I jumped in this conversation. Y'all know what Sutton complains about all the time, how he first was quiet for weeks and didn't say anything when this stuff first started getting to his live. I'm the one who told him, hey, that's probably what they family shit tracing back to. There's a lot of shit going on that people don't even know about. Boom. And it was when I found out it was a collective thing, that there's hundreds of people, thousands in different lives, not just y'all, saying that they're all in the comments on the panel, they're all from America, and that the slave trade is fake, and nobody was over here besides the people who signed up to come over here, just a few hundred or none. Some of them say it never happened. That's when I had a problem. The collective blanket statements.
More
Personal
facts.
stuff, of course, somebody gonna trace
Hold
back.
on,
Y'all
wait.
seen the lady she had a D1 haplogroup. Like what
Okay,
the you can't say nothing.
more facts. Okay, more facts.
That's their
So,
family.
so wait, hold up. So, how many slaves came to
I
America, more
agree
facts?
with that.
I don't do that. That's what you got to talk to Rob about the numbers and all of that. I don't do all that.
More facts.
You
Why
got
don't
something?
talk to? Oh, hold up, wait. How many slaves came to North America, more facts?
I don't do that. That's not my area. That's not my area.
Okay, so look,
What you mean?
okay, so
That's
wait,
not
okay,
what the
so look,
fuck. I'm gonna comment on
so
something
look,
that's not my area.
okay, look, hold on,
Go
this is
look it
what's been the
up. Get
problem.
on slave
Hold on,
voyages and go look up how
hold on,
many came over here. I read so many journals with our people being shipped and catalogs and
yeah.
insurrections and revolts. I know my people was brought over here. I read the
Okay,
narratives
so
from
so
the
so
people
this is my
in
thing.
Africa. There's historians in Africa that said it. I'm not a number guy. My people came over
Yeah.
here and that's it. I don't need numbers.
Yeah. So
Master,
this so
let
okay, so this
let
hold on,
Negro
hold on. So
speak.
this is the confusion. So this is what's happening, right? So I agree with Mo Fax when
Let
he
who up?
said
Hold on,
that,
wait, hold on, bro. You said let who up?
I'm part of the name Nikki 24/7. Just hooping over.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Alfie.
so I was gonna say I agree with Mo Fax
Let me
as
get
in
a
like
word in after you, opium. You heard?
oh, I'll make it real quick, Digital. My bad, you've been waiting. I agree with Mofax when he said, people was, I witnessed it myself. Yeah, motherfuckers started hopping on the bandwagon, started talking all kind of craziness without doing no research. They thought it was just a thing to do. And I was, trying to, me and others were doing our due diligence to try to, suppress that because it was getting out of hand. But then on the other end, which I wasn't appreciating, that people on your end, Mofax, were semi trying to like umbrella people, individual stories, and trying to apply it to the nutsos and the people that you were talking about, and like lumping them up like me and others and Beef Raw and Natural, and trying to like lump us up with them motherfuckers. And we kept being like, nah, bro, we ain't doing all that. We trying to talk about our individual shit, and it kept being confusion. And that's why I think a lot of people like yourselves and others kept getting caught up in shit.
Yeah, that's true. But we tried in between to tell people like everybody didn't come over here on a slave ship. That's ridiculous. You can't even. There's no way to prove that. But when we're talking about pre-colonial, that's
But see,
wild. Like
somebody would argue.
we need everybody
Somebody would
needs that
argue, but
history.
somebody would argue
If
with
we were
you,
already
Mofax.
over here pre-colonial times, that's
Somebody
completely
will
different
argue.
versus
Somebody will argue with you.
2023 saying that everybody here now came from a slave ship. That is ridiculous. We
Somebody
like
will argue.
how many years
Okay,
in? We
but you
over
have
500
people.
years in.
Oh my God.
But you hold on. You have Pan Africans, or you have people that support y'all and do the same thing like the people that the background characters that support some of our shit. They sit up there and switch what the fuck y'all trying to say, or they sit up there and do what I was just talking about on both sides. That's what we got to. These motherfuckers, background characters, and these people are doing this shit on both sides. That's what I keep trying to point the fuck out. Like, why are we
Right.
not getting these
Wait,
motherfuckers?
hold on, wait,
Hold
so
on.
wait,
Let me
hold up, digital, wait. So, Mo Facts, if everybody didn't come from the slave trade, then where the fuck they come from?
There's a lot of different ways people came over here. There's people who were explorers, the people who escaped. There's a lot of different ways people could have got over here. We're in
All
2023.
right.
We
So
can't say
Let me ask you
everybody
a
came
question.
over here
Let me
through the
ask you a
slave
question.
trade. That's ridiculous.
Oh,
Then you got admixture.
okay,
Goodness gracious.
okay,
Let me,
listen,
let
Mo
me ask
Facts.
you a
Wait,
question.
hold up. The reason why I asked you that question is because why is it hard for you to, or anybody on your side of the track? Why is it hard for y'all to understand that even if those people did come from other places, right, but been in America for thousands of years before the slave trade, why can they establish a tribe and become indigenous people or whatever the case may be? Because if you go by that logic, that's what the fuck the
Can I
Siberians did.
answer?
They
Can I answer?
migrated. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Because if you go by that logic, that's what the fuck the Siberians did. That's what the fuck the Mongolians did. They came from Siberia and created tribes here. So going on that logic, they became fucking indigenous people of Americas by migrating from other places. So I mean, which way you want to take it here? That's what I'm asking.
Can I
And we ain't
answer?
got no problem with being Americans, but yeah, I get your point.
Hey, go ahead and let hey, let digital go. Then Nikki. Nobody, please do not
Hey,
jump in. Go ahead, digital.
hey, hey, Mofax. So here's the thing, right? To before all's point, when I jumped on, right? See, I used to be under the impression that we had African ancestry in my family too, right? Because my father is dark, right? And it wasn't until I started digging into my family history and asking questions that I found out I had no ties to Africa. It turns out that not everybody that is of dark complexion or of a brown skin tone or a copper color tone comes from Africa or necessarily has African ancestry. And if that's true for people in the Caribbean, part of the Americas, right? A few hundred miles from the mainland, and we know that these people came from the mainland, some of which came from South America and Central America, right? So you know they was going back and forth. If that's true for the people in the Caribbean, how is it not true for the people on the mainland? Not everybody that is of a darker skin tone or complexion necessarily has ancestry in Africa.
Facts.
I am now.
That's why I couldn't look at his pictures and just call people Africans. or Negroes because of their features. That's the whole point. And the same thing cannot happen when we're looking at their journals and they're describing them, saying that they have skin like the Ethiopians or curly hair like the people of Guinea. You can't just say that that person is a Negro because they said that. They're just using those
So
features of those people in Africa to describe those other people. That's all.
all
Yeah,
right.
you
So
did
okay,
though.
so we agree with that. So here's my thing. Where is your threshold then? What is your threshold? 1492.
I think you're moving the. I don't. I think you're changing the thing that he's saying. He's agreeing, and that was the whole argument of the point is that people can be
Yeah, yeah.
described as being dark skinned and not be African. And so he was
No, no, but hold
asking
on,
for
hold on.
evidence of an African presence, I believe, because people were saying that black people were here, African people, people of African descent were here before Columbus. And if that's not the argument, then that's different. That's the whole thing. And I just needed clarification. And I believe when Be For Real came up here, I believe what she was saying was correct, right? But she was saying like, hey, I don't know if you're saying this. Are you saying, I think you guys all need clarification. Are you saying that people of African descent were here in the Americas before Columbus? Is that the argument?
No,
We're
no,
saying that
no. Wait. Hold on. Wait. This is what I'm saying to you, Nikki. People that look like me who do not consider themselves to be Africans, they have tribal nations that's older than so-called Africa, right? I'm talking about people that look like me who got locks, who got this phenotype. Everything was here before slaves even came here. And
Okay,
some
so
of us don't have no ties to Africa whatsoever. That's what
okay,
we're saying.
so let me just answer. Let me ask one more clarifying question. So you're saying that yourself is not you have zero African blood. That's what you're saying.
This is what I'm saying. When
That's
I
what
did
they're
my
all
hold
saying.
on, wait. This is what I'm saying. When I did my family tree, as far as I have gotten, I have not seen an African in my bloodline because those people were not classified as Africans because when they did come from Africa, they was writing that they was from Africa and people were described as Negroes. Negroes, which Laura broke it down, Negroes does not equate to African.
Okay,
No,
just hold on. Let me just make sure I'm
go ahead.
clarifying. I want to be
Go ahead.
clear on here. I don't
Clear.
know if you're talking about the family tree, but when you're doing your family tree, whoever was in wherever they were telling you, these people never came from Africa. That's what you found.
No, this is what I'm saying to you, Nikki. When people came from Africa, on the federal census, they were writing that they were from Africa. That's what I'm telling you.
Okay, let me tell you
So
this.
if you're doing your
Nobody
family
came from
tree,
Africa after 1808, and even if they did, they would never put it down because it was illegal. So you're saying
that's
before,
cap.
okay? No,
That's
no,
cap.
no, no,
That's
no.
cap.
No, it was an international crime. The slave trade ended in 18. I'm not saying people weren't smuggled in, but what I'm saying is they would never have put it down because it would have been a federal crime to write it down. That's all I'm saying.
Baby,
1808, the Constitution said that.
ma'am, ma'am,
She missed the
ma'am,
whole freaking point.
No, no,
She missed
I'm
the
Let
ma'am.
me
whole
say,
damn
we're
point.
not, this is not
hold on,
the
let me
point.
say,
All
hold on,
I'm simply
hold on,
asking
let
you
me
guys,
can I
I'm
clarify real
asking
quick?
for
So what we're trying to
clarification.
say is basically, right, we're giving acknowledgement that there was people like how she told you that was here on this American plane, right, on this continent that look like us, that's in this live right now. But also we're paying respect to the fact that Africans were traveling before colonization and were already
No, no, no.
trading
See,
here
that's what
amongst
you
the,
just
hold
said.
on, lady,
Listen,
let me
when
finish.
you guys
We're already,
interrupted me, you're
let
gonna
me
let me
finish and let me clarify for you. We
I
are
want to
acknowledging,
clarify with Be For
I'm
Real
telling
though.
you what we all agree on in here and what we're saying. That
But I want
we're
to
saying
clarify
that
with Be For Real.
we have ties to people that were originally here, and that we acknowledge the fact that there were other demographics of people that came and traded here with the demographics of people that were here already, including people from Africa that also integrated with people that were
She did
also
not say that,
look
and
like
that's what I
us.
want to ask her.
That's what we're saying. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
But I
That's what
asked
we all
her
agree on right now. I'm
specifically
just
if
giving
she
you
was saying
clarification of that's what this conversation is about, and that's what most people agree on in this fucking box.
that. Okay, let me ask Be For Real again. because she keeps telling me no with the African part. And you're saying something totally different. You're saying that this was a melting pot. There were Africans here, there were whites here, there were Spanish, there was all these people that were here before Columbus. And I can see that. And I'm asking B for real if that's what she's saying. If she's saying that her, as in her family, there are people here who look like they have Negroid features or African features, but are in fact not African. Is that what she's saying? I was just
Nikki.
asking her for clarification.
Hold up, Nikki. You see what you just said? The same thing that Lord just broke down. You put Negro because you say, hold up, Nikki. Listen. In the live, Natural broke down how they were describing people as Negroes. Negroes does not equate to African, but every time you say the term Negro, you say who had Negro or African features. You're automatically connecting Negro to African, and we're telling you we are the people who are the Negro features who does not have connections to Africa, just like the Australians do. They are Negroes.
I was asking. That's what I was asking.
They are Negroes, but they do not have ties to Africa. And this is what I'm saying, Nikki. Just because I reside in America and that I look like a Negro or I have Negro features, it does not tie me to Africa, because when they was describing the indigenous people, they described them as Negroes. They never said they came from Africa. Just like with the people from Australia, they called them Negroes. They did not say they came from Africa. And what we're saying, Nikki, is that when we're doing our genealogy, they're classifying the people as Negroes, which does not completely tie them into Africa, because when your people comes from Africa, Nikki, it would tell you on your paperwork that they were Africans. And as you're doing your genealogy and as you find your people, you will realize the same people that they classified as Negroes, they have ties to tribes. And those people were put in the box to say, okay, these Negroes in Africa, there's Negroes in America, and because we brought Negroes from Africa, we're going to say they're all the same people. And then we're going to strip them from their indigenous heritage and call them blacks, colors, Negroes, and African Americans. And we're going to take everything from them because that's what we came to do. We came to colonize and take over. And that's all we're saying. They boxed the people from Africa and the Negroes from America together and took everything from us and put us under one label instead of respect.
Yes, and be for real. That's why I wanted to talk to you, because I think me and you are actually saying the same thing, and that's why I appreciate when you always allow me and ask them to let me come up, because I was clarifying. I think me and you are saying the same thing. Is that yes? There's a point where there's all these different people who come over, and some people, if they're indigenous and they happen to have Negroid features and look black, like how the Africans who came over, they will indeed eventually classify them as black. That is like, I think that, but see what happened with this debate and what's happened with a lot of these debates is people are not starting with that premise, because here's now where we are in the future now. And what do we do now at this point? Because at the end of the day, those people were enslaved as well. They actually were enslaved. They do get classified as African American. They do get classified as all these things. And so it's a point of some people do have the right to claim their autonomy, to claim their identity, and to have their history actually really told. But the thing that is, that mixes up is you do get mixed up with everybody else, though. And so it's kind of hard to unpack it and undo it. It does take not only your own oral history, it takes all of those federal records, those state records, those local records, your family history records, and it's actually going to take DNA too, which DNA is faulty, but we're talking about DNA to just specifically connect you to people, not to say that you're a race. DNA that says that this is your cousin, this is your grandpa, that's the type of DNA you actually need.
I don't know what happened.
So I think that people
and hold up, I'm gonna let somebody else go right quick.
Yeah.
But but listen, I'm gonna go ahead and let somebody else go right quick, right? So this is the purpose of it. And so many people miss the actual conversation that just because a person is described as a Negro on your genealogy, it does not make them an African, right? Because when they came from Africa, like I was saying, they will tell you that they did. I have seen people do their genealogy where they actually found Africans in their family, and they were actually classified as Africans. And this is what we're saying. People in America have been brainwashed to think because they are a Negro that means they're an African. When there's so many indigenous people around the world who were described as Negroes but have no connection to Africans. And again, they only bought a certain amount of slaves here. There are over 40 million of us here. How can all of us possibly be African if they only bought about what 300,000? Sometimes only 3% of the slaves actually came into to North America. So how can over
It's less than
41
that.
million black folks? Yeah, and then I even seen spots be 92,000. So how can those small amount of Africans coming from the slave trade be classified as Africans? It
Okay,
does
so
not
I
make
will say
sense.
this. I will say this though,
But
like
we're
the
also
part,
leaving the pre-colonial part out.
right? And but I will
That's
say
the
this
part
part.
that we're not focusing on.
What,
Pre-colonial and the Spanish and Portuguese and what they meant when they said Negro. And if any of them in their journals said when they interacted with these natives that, oh
It just
shoot, that's
meant
a
black.
Negro.
That's all it is. It just meant black.
That well,
This is
we got to
why.
see them saying
I
that.
got a
This is
question
why
because
can I
you.
I
can
asked
I
I
you.
say
got a
this
This is
part?
why
question.
I asked
Can
you,
I
Mo
say this
Facts,
part?
what
Can I just
what
say this
what
part
your
before?
threshold is.
Let me ask my question first. Hold on, because we know what the whole debate was about. I don't know, Mofex, if your people knew what the debate was about, but we know what it was over this way. So when you say pre-colonial, please make it clear what are you saying, because clearly people don't know what pre-colonial means. So what is pre-colonial?
Before 1491.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not before a
Major
date.
Push said, what is pre-colonial?
Goodness. Before colonization. That's what colonial means. Before they colonized North America. That's what
Okay.
pre-colonial means.
Okay. Check this
Before
out. If
colonial
Oregon,
times.
if the state of Oregon wasn't colonized, is that pre-colonial for them?
Yes.
Okay, then. Thank you.
But it's actually pre-colonial in the Western Hemisphere. So that's how they
But
do it. They
Look,
don't do it by
hey,
state,
Nikki,
but
I
Nikki,
you
you
see what
just
can.
proved.
Nikki's saying, but I want to hear Mofex say what pre-colonial is.
Say that again.
From the natural.
You're cutting out.
What is pre-colonial, Mofac? That's what she's asking.
Oh, pre-colonial is before the European people get here.
Hmm. So, okay, hold
But
on, White. Before you say something, how can one give a description of what a native or Negro Indian, whoever looked like before they got here? Tell me how.
I can explain it to you.
I'm asking Mofax
I
because
mean,
I already
I've been
know.
told
I
you the
already
same
know.
thing a million times. So when the stage is set that those people are us, right? So if we're talking about us being here pre-colonial, then our culture that we have today should be here pre-colonial times. It doesn't that you
When Drake
can
came
use
here,
the
he
explorers.
described
You
the
can
culture of
use
what
the
they was
explorers.
doing.
You can use the explorers that pull up, but it still also should be paired with just shit that we saying. What are we talking about? What is our text saying? What is our great
All
great
right.
grandparents saying? Is it aligning with the codexes? Is it aligning with the stuff that's on the walls over here? There's temples and shit everywhere. So
Hey,
that should be us
all right. Check
pre-colonial. We
this
don't
out.
even need
Check.
the
Hey,
explorers.
Mofax, check this out. Where did barbecue come from?
Where did barbecue come from? That's from America, right?
Okay, who
Or
did it?
South America.
Who did it?
I think it was the
So
natives.
can
What they
we
like made like a
answer?
pit.
You know damn well natives are not known for barbecuing.
Let me ask one question
Bro,
because
don't
I've
you
I
been
know
don't,
that?
bro. I
Don't you
don't.
know
I'm not in y'all
that's an
group, so
Arawak
let
word
me
I
right
ask
don't
there,
one
know
Barb?
what
question
native.
because I've been quiet for a long
Man.
time to hear y'all chop it up.
Do you know that
Okay,
barbecue is an Arawak word, Mofax?
Yeah, that's from what I remember. Yeah, barbecue was a native thing. Yeah,
And where the Arawaks from?
they're from one of the islands. What is that? Coop? Is that
Yeah,
Cuba?
that's my lineage right there. They
I know, but
Okay,
Dominicans,
cool.
you
Yeah,
Cubans,
guys are
Puerto
acting like it's
Ricans.
barbecue today. It's not. Like you guys are being
Puerto
ahistorical.
Rico, Cuban. Okay.
I'm just telling you where the word came from, Nikki.
hold
I don't
on,
know what
Nikki.
you're
You'll
talking
get your
about.
chance to say what you got to say. But Mo Facts. So with the debate, Because I see what your people go ride with you because clearly I don't know what the hell you got them, what type of juice they sipping out. But
Okay.
where did you prove that we were not here before pre-colonial?
I didn't need to. I was just pointing out where the what the accounts were of the people who arrived. I'm not saying that we weren't here. I don't have any evidence of it. And he said he was going to provide the evidence, and I still didn't have it. I had post-colonial evidence. He provided sources of post-colonial people. I wanted
I
pre-colonial.
provided a codex from the
So if
12th
he, so let
century.
me
Hold
finish,
on,
brother.
bro.
Let me finish,
I,
brother.
I
Let me finish
provided a
though. The
codex from
one
the 12th
sentence. Let me
century,
finish my
and
last
your ass
sentence.
still act like I ain't brought that
You
out.
gotta let me finish a thought though. Let me
Oh,
finish what I'm
okay.
saying.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
got the
Yeah.
post-colonial evidence. I'll give you that. You gave it to me. But I was looking for pre-colonial evidence. If I don't have the pre-colonial evidence before 1492, then it just goes to default, and I just don't have the evidence. I don't have to necessarily say that it never happened. I just
So,
need the evidence.
so the
Wait, what
codex,
about
the
the
last
source?
thing he
The
brought
source
out,
from
the last thing he brought out showing you the pictures of how these people displayed themselves. You think that was after 1492?
The pictures from what from today or at the end of the
No, at
debate?
the
What
end
you
of the
talking about?
debate,
The
the
Mendoza?
codex that he showed you, what you trying to say that was after 1492?
Yeah, that was post-colonial. Yeah.
and what
Lord.
about the source from 1250 that he pulled up? How about that one? Is 1250 before colonization?
1250 with
The
what
year
was 1250?
1250.
Was it a
He
codex? Oh
put
no, the
he
skeleton.
pulled he pulled the source from that was citing 1250.
The
So
skeleton, right? The skeleton in
I
the
forget it.
newspaper. Yeah, I told him that I gave him that those two things. I said the two newspaper articles that stated that it said Pos could be the oldest ancient human or something like that, and then the other one that said the 1250. I said if I see the results, because in both of those they said they need to do more research on it. So if he shows me the results of the study, then we can go from there. That was just a newspaper article that somebody, they put some caption in the newspaper and said that it was 1250. Well, what was the results of the testing?
Okay, okay, so in the newspaper article, I mean, in the newspaper, when they were talking about the bones and they classified the bones as Negroes, I mean, my question to you, why the fuck is
What
that not
did
good
you hear the
enough?
part where they said that it could mean that the Negroes were here 200 to 300 years before the European? That still wouldn't even help you because you're supposed to already be here. They're not supposed to show up before the European. You're not supposed to show up at all. So that still wouldn't even work. They were talking about someone.
What?
They were talking about someone showing up before the European.
Oh my, you for real, Mofat?
Wait, are you
Yeah, I
guys?
didn't. I
That's
thought
why
about
you
that
have to
later.
clarify the debate. Are you guys are? That's why I asked you before. Are you saying that you're indigenous here and therefore when that ice age cut off, you have no ties to Africa? You were never Africa. Your skin is just melanated because of geography and those other things.
They don't
That's
even
what
believe in
you're saying?
evolution or ice ages or none of that.
Okay, well, I
They
don't
they
like
they believe that
What?
we looked this way for millions of years. We just been just like this, just the same black people, and we just been all over the world, and we're not necessarily from any
that
land
is
specifically.
true. That's
That's
true.
what they believe.
You think you
So
were
they're
white
saying they're
and
not
then
saying
Hold on,
of
then
wait, wait,
turned
African
wait, wait,
dark?
wait,
descent. They're
wait,
saying they're American people that
wait,
look just like they look today, but they've always been here on this land, literally like coming out the ground.
wait, hold up, wait. You asked me what Nikki again because everybody else got
I
kind of
was
involved. I
asking,
couldn't.
so I was just trying to tie this into the whole history of humankind and just this whole evolutionary period that we all in agreement. So when you have a debate, you have to agree on certain facts and certain
Mhm.
truths. So do you guys all agree that humans in general, the first human came out of Africa? Are we not there or we don't agree that?
Nope,
I'm not
they
no
don't.
monkey. I'm not a, hold on,
I don't I don't agree.
Okay.
I'm not an old world monkey or a new world monkey. So the fact that I did the research on the old world monkeys and the new world monkeys, and I have no relation with that, according to my family tree or my family history or story, being
See,
tied to
this
the
the type of
Mississippi.
shit we got to deal
It's
with.
okay.
They
Wait,
still
Well,
haven't
y'all.
produced
it's
any
okay.
sources that say
Come
we came
on.
from monkeys, but they
That's
still keep saying
okay. That's
monkeys.
okay. We don't have to say this. So basically, when you start a debate, though, you can say, as an indigenous person, and I'm not indigenous, but I don't want to speak for you, but as an indigenous person, here's our creation story, and here's what we believe. And then you
That's
set
what I
the
just
premise.
did.
Well, wait, hold on, you set the
That's
premise
what I
for
just
it
did.
on there. And then on the other side, he would say, and here is my creation story, and here is what I believe, right?
Okay,
Now, it's very hard for actually, to be honest, it's very hard for you two to have a debate if you don't have a starting point for humankind. It's
okay,
actually an unrealistic debate, and you
okay.
guys
Wait,
are
wait,
just
wait,
spinning
wait,
your
wait,
tails at this
wait,
point.
wait. Hold on. No, 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 no. Well, listen. Well,
I got a
Mo
starting
facts,
point.
Mo
They
facts.
feel like black people
No, Mo
started
facts,
everywhere on the planet
Mo
simultaneously.
facts, Mo
I
facts.
am
You
out of
can't talk
Africa.
while I'm about to listen. She was talking to me. Okay, listen. This is
I
what
was
I'm
talking to
saying.
both of us.
No, she was actually talking to me, and then you got involved, and then it became both of us because you keep saying what other people believe, and I don't know who's under this spell to say that some people don't have a creation story. Some people actually do have a creation story about what their ancestors have told them where they actually come from, but if we're going to say that everybody started off in Africa, then that does not make nobody indigenous people to nowhere, right? If you say that everybody started from Africa, you would have to put everybody that even in Asia they came from Africa. You have to put everybody there in Africa. All
No,
right.
because
Hold
that's
on,
not what
wait,
they
Nikki,
do. Can I
wait,
tell you
Nikki.
before?
Wait,
No,
Nikki.
no, because you don't have to go
Nikki,
down.
I'm
I,
talking. No, 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 no. You asked the question and I'm answering it. You can't say that life started in Africa and you got to exclude other groups from Africa. You
no,
can't
that's not
say
how it works.
mm,
That's not. We
you
don't have
can't
to go down this road because that's not how it works.
hold up, Nikki. Nikki. You say humankind started in Africa. That's what you said.
No, no.
You
Let me
said
rephrase it then, because I don't want you to go down this whole road and then
go
that's
ahead.
not. I'm going to backtrack it. Listen,
Okay.
that's just the theory of modern human, and then they have all these other developments that start about like 20,000 years ago. So you can have a starting point where all the humans, one human, two humans, three humans, whatever, go out of Africa and then they all change by the way that they look, phenotype begins to change. And so you have European, they mix with homos, they mix with what are those guys called, Neanderthal, like there's all these mixtures and
No.
stuff that
No,
happen
ma'am.
over tens of
Possible
thousands of
to say I don't know.
so we could basically say, hey, we are starting from 30,000 years ago. We're starting from 10,000 years. Like you can have a starting point on here. You don't have to start from where I
What's the
started.
starting point?
But that's what I'm
Nikki?
trying to tell you. You can start from the Bering Strait time and you can say, yo, we was here at that point. That's
Okay,
it. Like
Nikki.
you can start at a
No,
point in time.
Nikki, no. This is
Okay.
what I'm trying to get you to understand. Oh, human. If y'all say, if y'all keep saying humankind, because listen, Mofax just low key made a joke and said they're saying they were everywhere and they started in America, or whatever the case, as if that cannot be true. Because listen, when y'all keep saying that the first people came in from Africa, that means that everybody on the planet originally started up in Africa. Because if you say that that's where humankind started, so that means there's nobody nowhere. There's only people that exist in Africa, right? So that means that.
It means that's
Hold,
the
wait, wait,
the,
wait, wait,
the,
wait,
the
wait, 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 wait,
oldest
wait, wait.
skeleton we've ever found comes from
Man,
Africa.
man,
That's what
why?
that
Oh,
means.
okay. Listen to what I'm saying. Okay, I'm not here to argue it. That this is what I'm saying to you. If everybody started in Africa, that means there are no indigenous people nowhere around the world. That means nobody else exists because indigenous does not mean that you migrated from Africa, that you came from Africa and then ended up in Hawaii. Indigenous does not
Actually, it
mean.
does. It does.
Nikki, no, it does not. It does not. And y'all are listen.
No, I can
Indigenous
tell
does.
you how.
Hold on, wait. Indigenous does not mean that you started off from Africa and then you went into Australia. Indigenous does not mean that you started off in Africa and you migrated to Hawaii. That's not what the fuck indigenous mean. It means you were the first people of the land. You came from the land. You are the land. Indigenous means you started in that place. Do you not understand that? That
No,
means everybody
no,
around the
that's not
no,
what
no,
that
no, no,
means.
man. Listen,
I
that
can
means
tell you what it
everybody
means.
around the planet started off in Africa, and everybody is indigenous to Africa. That's what
No,
that's what
that's
you're
not what
saying.
indigenous means, honey. Indigenous means that you settled the land and created a society. Otherwise, everyone would just be nomads. That's
This
actually
this
not what
this is
indigenous
hilarious.
means.
This listen, no. I know. Listen, y'all. I don't know what y'all misconstruing. I'm saying to you, whew, I'm saying to you,
Indigeneity is
when
not
y'all saying
incompatible
everybody,
with the out of Africa theory. It still goes with what you're saying. Like I'm not disagreeing with you just because of that.
somebody else take it away because I'm tired of talking in circles. Go ahead.
Make it real simple. What she is saying is if y'all going to keep saying that all humankind, the oldest skeleton bone that you found over there in Africa, they're trying to say that's where humans was, the oldest humans. So that means everybody think that everybody came from Africa. What she's saying, that means all of us on this panel, everybody is in these comments, everybody that you see when you go to the store, we all came from Africa. That means we are all Africans. Even the white people, Mexicans, like everybody.
Exactly. You know how
I
many
mean,
That's
people
what
disagree
she's
no, no,
with
saying.
no,
that?
no, no,
You
no,
know how
you
many
guys.
other, you
Your
know how many
Nope.
other
culture is
people.
not African because those people didn't create a
But they
culture.
would
That's
be
not what
African
that
because
means.
they came from Africa, because that's where
No,
the oldest bone
Wait, hold
came
on.
that's
from.
Wait.
you guys. That's
You just
not.
said
Hold on,
human life.
time out. Let me just
You
say
said
this. You're
human life.
arguing something that's so silly. Your culture is when you create a language, when you create a community, when you write things down, when you create a society. That is not what that means. That means that there's these weird little things that are kind of like really human, but they're nomads and stuff like that. When we became modern, tens of thousands of years ago, humans that kind of resemble what we look like right now, people came out of Africa. That's all that means. The modern type of human, not a Neanderthal, not a monkey, not any
You're
of those
saying
things.
everyone.
That's all
But
that means, guys.
you're
That's
saying
all.
everyone though, right?
Wait, time out.
You're saying,
Listen, it's you guys are taking it way too freaking
I'm
literal.
asking. I'm trying to clarify. You're saying everyone, or who are you talking about?
Okay, so there is a theory that the modern
I
human, what
didn't ask that. I
humans
said,
look like, how they
who
function.
are you talking about? Are you talking about everyone, ma'am? Is the theory talking about everyone?
Okay, so let me finish because you keep saying. So then, though that modern human thing went up out of Africa, and then it made it with other modern human things, and they spread out across thousands of years, and they changed, right? They
Okay, I'm done.
changed.
Okay, listen.
Let me
Hold on,
ask you.
hold on, wait, opium.
Hold on. Let me ask
Hold
one
on,
more
wait,
time because people don't get
listen,
it. Are you
opium,
talking about everyone?
listen,
It's simple. Yes or
listen,
no? Are you talking
listen.
about everyone? Yes or no?
Opium, wait, opium, listen. Now, pay attention.
Some
The
people went across the Atlantic. Some people went all other places. Some people went up through Africa.
okay,
Some went
ma'am.
east
Okay,
through India.
okay. Listen, y'all. Now, listen. All human life came from Africa, but when they went other places, they saw other people. How the fuck?
No,
What?
no, no, no. That's not what the
Huh?
theory says. The theory does not say they saw
Huh?
other people. That's not
That's
what the
what you
theory
Well,
just.
says.
and then this
You
my
That is
thing.
just
Why
not what I
said that.
said.
You
keeps
That's
just
saying that?
said
not
that,
what
She
man.
I
keeps saying
said.
like this. This
You
was
just
bothering me
said
that
that.
No, I
keep
did not
saying that.
say that.
You keep
You
saying
just
the
said
theory,
that.
right? But you keep ducking the question, ma'am. Are you applying this theory that you're talking about? Because obviously you're not saying
To
you, I guess.
all humans, yes. All
So
modern
who?
humans.
So
It,
you're talking about So you're talking about everyone, like naturalist to say. You're talking about all of us.
I'm talking about Homo sapiens.
Who? Who?
She
Us and
not.
hold on, wait.
She's
So
saying like people that look like us. I guess melanated.
Sapien,
So, but
sapien.
like if you're white T, you consider Neanderthal. So she's trying to like make sure she
Well,
excludes some people out.
no, no, no. Some
I'm trying
white
to
people
figure
have
out.
much. Listen, so some of these Homo sapiens, according to the theory, go out and meet Neanderthal,
So
and
who?
they
Okay, so
will.
hold
They
on, ma'am.
oh,
Ma'am, who are these
I
people
can't
that
get a
are homo?
sentence out.
Who? Wait, hold on, because I want to clarify. We need to take this step by step. So before we get to the Neanderthals, who are the people that are the Homo sapiens? Who are considered that? Are they still living today?
We are descendants of Homo sapiens, according to
Okay,
science.
so keep going. Okay, so keep going. So we.
Okay, so let
So
me
hold on.
just let
So
me. If
so
somebody
you're
puts
talking
a
about
map
okay,
of
so
Africa,
you're
I
talking
can't
about
hear you.
everyone. So we ran into the Neanderthals, right? So keep going. Okay, so we everyone. You're talking about all of us, right?
Okay,
Okay.
so listen. There, let's act like there's 100 groups, so I can break this down very simple. There's 100 people that are Homo sapiens who are modern humans. They start in Africa. Let's say that 10 go over to the east toward India. 10 go over like northeast and they go toward China. 10 go towards Europe. 10 go towards let's go South Africa. 10 go over across the Atlantic Ocean into the Americas. Let's just say that, okay?
And that's
and,
us,
and
right?
that's
That's us.
that's only like
That's
50
us,
people.
right?
Yes,
That's
yes,
us,
let's
right?
yes, that's only like 50 people. Okay, so let's act like those 50 people dispersed in those different areas. Now there's another group of almost they're not Homo sapiens. There's Neanderthals in the north. There's Dravidians or something else in the east. Okay, some of those people who come, the Homo sapiens who come out of Africa, they
Which
mate
is
with some of those people. Okay, and they form these.
Denisovans,
Right,
Australopithecus, you got
right,
all these
right.
groups, right?
so
Sometimes
which
they
is that?
mate with them.
So we
Hold
went
on.
and made it with these people. We went and made it with these people, right?
Not everybody did, though. That's the
Okay.
key
Okay.
point. Because remember, they go in different directions and they come across these different things. Eventually, those other breeds die out, they're bred out, and Homo sapien is the strongest and they survive. There are some people that have Neanderthal in them. They've done scientific DNA today to see that some people have Neanderthal.
Wait, hold on. Is that why I can't have a baby with certain people because their blood is different from mine, and they'll have to take like a Rogaine shot to keep the
No,
child
no, no,
alive?
no. That's a
Shouldn't be
negative thing, and that you could
That's
go
true.
down.
What are you talking about? My
Let us finish
relative. What are you talking about?
opium.
No, no,
My
no,
Let
no.
relative.
That's
opium.
My
RH
Hold on.
negative.
Let
I'm not
My
saying.
relative. My relative had to take the shot because their blood wasn't
Yes,
compatible.
but
So
that
please don't
doesn't
do.
listen. But you
She
don't know
had
the
she because he was not positive and she was. He didn't have RH and she did. She
opium.
had repeat
I know
blood.
that,
He did.
sir. I'm not
Okay,
disagreeing with
so
you,
I
but
get it.
I'm
I
not
get
gonna.
what you're talking about.
But I'm not gonna
Opium.
link that to Neanderthals. I don't know that part, so that's
Wait,
all I was
hold on.
saying.
Wait. So listen. So
Hmm.
these people that went in different spots, these 10
Yeah.
people that went in different spots. So when they went to different spots, they met different people.
No, no,
That's
no,
what,
no, no. Some did, but not all did, though.
girl,
Okay, that's
I
what I'm saying.
cannot.
Some did, and
I
not
can't.
all did. But remember, they have to. They're going. But now, if you're going in these different spots, and those 10 people go off and form their own lands, and they multiply, and all those other things, they're gonna become different people too. Even
Okay.
though over thousands
Okay,
of years
Nikki.
ago they were the same.
Okay,
Does that
Nikki.
make sense?
Okay, wait, hold up. So Nikki, so the people that left and went to different spots, those were black people? I'm asking you.
Okay, so
The
they.
ones that came from Africa, and went up to other lands, those were black people. That's what I'm asking
That
you.
was
Here's what
us.
it says.
No,
Here's what it
that was no.
here's.
She said it. That was
Time
us.
out.
That
No,
was
no,
us,
no.
right? That
Let
was
me.
us
Can
black.
you let me
That
finish?
was us.
I definitely
That
think
was.
she asked me.
You said that was us black people.
Can you, no, no, see, there you go. You're putting these labels on it. What they do know about all of these
You
people,
said
those
us.
original genes,
I'm a
is that
human. Ain't I
people
a human?
who came.
Ain't you a
Well, you're
human?
not
Don't you
gonna let
think
me
we're
talk.
human?
You're
You
clearly
said
not gonna let
human.
me talk. You can explain it.
Okay, go.
You said.
But that's what you saying, Nikki. You
No, no,
saying
listen, you
go
guys
ahead.
right now, take modern Africa out of your head. We're talking tens of thousands of years ago. What they do know about those modern humans is that modern human has the genetic makeup to make any color on the planet Earth. That modern human contained all of that DNA. They can make blue eyes, they can make blonde hair, whatever that modern person
The
looked
black
like.
woman, right? That's the black woman, right? That's you. That's you,
Listen,
right? That ain't that
you're so see what you're
the,
doing right now is you are trying to make this something else, and I'm asking you very nicely to just take the modern perception of Africa out of your head. No one was there tens of thousands of years ago. No one knows what any of that actually really looks like. They're just using the science based off what we look like today. But what they did find out is whatever those modern people look like, they had the capacity to create all of those variations, whatever they look like. And then as we
that's not the
move,
black woman.
Let me
I thought
say
the black
something.
woman was
Let
oh
me
black.
ask
my
her
God,
something.
they want to turn this into
Black?
an
I
Hold
argument
thought
on,
the
for no
Opium. Let
reason.
me ask her
I'm
something.
agreeing. I'm agreeing with what everybody on this panel is saying, and you turning it into a black, white,
Okay.
indigenous issue that it doesn't have to be.
Okay, Nikki, listen to what you're saying. You saying nobody was there. They're just going off of what this science says. So just let's take it back to what Mo Facts made the little joke. So you think everybody simultaneously just appeared on all these different continents? That's a theory that you're talking about right now.
That's
What
not
you
what I'm talking about.
yes, what
That's
you're
not what
talking
I
about
said.
is a man named Darwin came up with a theory about how
No,
humans became what they are, upright, walking
no,
upright, all this stuff. It's a
no.
theory.
That's not what
Listen,
I
man,
said at
how you gonna
all.
let me? How you just talking about people attacking you, but you're not letting me finish my statement?
Because
Okay.
you're
Well,
telling
my
me what I
question.
said, and that's not what I said.
You just said before
That's why I
opium
keep cutting
cut
you
you
off
off,
too.
you said we're talking about something thousands and thousands of years. Nobody was there. We're going by what the science says. That's what you just said.
Well, I said that as an example for him to stop because he kept saying that's the black woman. And he's trying to be funny when he was saying that. And I was trying to get him to
So
stop having it in his mind.
besides the color thing, what you're talking about and what you're explaining is still a theory. something that somebody came up in their minds and gathered with some other people and be like, yeah, we're going to say this is how we all became what we are today.
No.
So if y'all can believe in that,
No, it's
how
not a
can y'all
theory.
not believe? Okay, I'm just going to talk to the people on the panel in the crowd. If y'all can believe that we all came from these hominids, which is basically apes or whatever, that was not walking, well, that was walking upright, and they just all of a sudden started learning how to talk and I guess do shit for themselves. How can you believe in that, but you can't believe that we all somehow, there was a human or whatever you want to call it on each continent? Like that's not true, but we all got to be in one place at one time, or we all had to come from one thing.
So here's the thing. I'm not asking anyone to believe anything. All I'm saying is that right now where we are in the scientific community, that is this theory, and I'll put theory in quotation marks. You can call it whatever you want. Out of all of them that's out there, that is the only one that has the most evidence. And so if we just have a starting point so that we can have these intelligent conversations and all agree to a people's history, if we have a basic starting point based off of the evidence
Okay.
that we have now, then we can go from there. So what you're saying is
Okay,
not
but
actually
that
impossible at
starting point
all.
that you're using, but
What you're
that starting
saying
point
is
that you're
not
using,
impossible because
that's
Be For Real's people could have come over here and they could have been here this entire time and mixed, like I said, because out of that theory. And then when the ice came down, they get isolated. Now, between North America and South America, they were traveling back and forth. And we definitely know, based on science, that the closer you are to the equator, the darker your skin is going to be. But guess what? Those people move back and forth. You know how we know that trade existed between dark-skinned South Americans and light-skinned North American indigenous people? Because of the Corn Trail, right? The Three Sisters Trail points us in that direction. There's archaeological evidence to support that. And so what she's saying is very much compatible with that there could have been, even if we all come out of Africa and eventually we change because of our phenotype and all these other things, you still are going to come back over here and change color depending on if you went down to South America or you stayed in North America. And there
That's
was
Okay,
not true.
trade and mixture.
hold on. Okay, so
That's
basically
not
you
true.
saying if science don't prove it, then basically you're not believing it. And I guess a lot of folks like
I'm
that.
not
So I
saying
don't
that
trust in
science
science.
doesn't, if science
Um,
doesn't prove it, I don't want people to speak for me. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the best way that people can come together and to talk about all of this different information is to look at all of it. So I look at Be For Real's oral history and I validate that. And I'm like, that's your oral history. That's your family history. I can't take that away. Now let's cooperate it with what we know from archaeology, what we know from anthropology, what we know from history. Let's corroborate that, even what we know from sociology on human behavior and how people act. That is
That's
all
the
I'm
okay,
problem.
saying.
That's
okay,
the
Nikki,
problem.
wait a
You can't
minute. Wait a
corroborate
minute,
that
both of y'all. Hold
history
on,
with
Digital,
modern
wait a minute.
science.
Hold on.
I didn't say only with science, though. That's the
Hold
problem
on,
with
Nikki. Wait
selective.
a minute, and you can continue. Wait a minute. Natural and Be For
Mhm.
All, Opium, Digital. I don't know if no facts there. Bobby Cash literally said a lot of people on this panel I've seen sit back, listen to me, and try to repeat it. What have we been on this panel repeating that you said? Because I don't be in your lives. I don't even fucking really know you like that. So what are we repeating that you say all the time since you Mr. Know It All?
Nobody
Who's
don't
Bobby
fucking
Cash
watch.
again?
Nobody don't fucking watch Bobby and him and his little
Exactly.
7 viewers. Nobody don't be watching his ass. What the hell is he talking about?
Who
Who
is
is
Trying to
that?
that?
be, oh, some sped trying to be relevant.
exactly. Hey, no, he been doing everything before us, Mofax, before us and everybody on TikTok. He been doing this before everyone.
Okay,
He
so
he the one that
can I
started all
correct
this.
something? Skin
But
color is
let's
not
not waste time on him.
Wait,
Please
skin color
continue.
is not only attributed to climate. That is not what I'm saying, and I see that going a lot in the comments. Skin color is not only attributed to climate. And when we talk about it being attributed to climate, it is something that takes thousands of years for it to be attributed to climate. It's not something that happens in one generation, two generation, three. It took thousands of years for that to be some sort of thing like that. So I just want to be very clear on that. It is nothing that anyone would be able to see in their lifetime. when climate has to do with
Well,
skin color. Now
well,
we
Yeah,
all
people
know that.
believe it
Okay,
and cannot even measure it and prove it. See, you see how stupid that
well,
was?
well, no, 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 no. We can, because when we look at the natural population right now, you can look at that and measure and prove it. You
No, you
can't
can't.
prove it.
No,
Okay,
the hell
that's
you
fine. You
cannot.
can prove by melanin and what it does do. And here's another thing of how they proved climate and all those other things, right? Here's how climate and geographic relation affects to who you are. Malaria, sickle cell. People from West Africa had a high instance of sickle cell. We know a lot of
So did
African
the Mayans.
and Mayans as well too. And what does that protect you from? Malaria. It's a natural immunology to malaria. That is genetic. That was passed down. That has to do with climate. So we're not going to sit here and pretend like climate doesn't affect genetics. It does, but it
okay,
takes thousands of years for that to happen.
Nikki. Okay,
Thousands.
let's do this. Okay, Nikki, hold on. You got all this information, right? What's your story, Nikki? Like, what's your people's story? Like, what's your or his what's your family like? Because
My
we all got. I can tell you my
yeah
shit,
yeah
but
yeah
I'd be
yeah.
curious to know
My family
your
is
whole
from
shit.
Jamaica. My family, in terms of their, when they trace back ancestors from Jamaica, but I was able to trace back to see intermixture with Jewish and African and Scottish people, and I was able to find slaveholders, slaveholders who enslaved my ancestors and who sold them, and I was able to find some people who are
So
alive who are
what
still
would
in
you?
the
So what would you consider yourself? What would you, and all that you, with all the research that you've gathered, with the history that you've gathered with your family, what would you consider yourself, or where would you fit into this matrix as what happened with your
for
family?
me, I am a black person of the African diaspora. That's what I am. I am of the African diaspora because I
So
was
wait,
able
wait,
to
wait. So
trace
wait,
it
you're
back.
not wait. So you're not gonna pay no homage to all that stuff that you found out about your family and the ties and the history that you may have found out. You're not. You're just gonna lump all that up and just be like, oh, I'm black from the diaspora. Fuck all the heritage.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna. I see that the beauty part about it is you get to pick when it's your history. You do, right? Like you pick who. I was raised black. I look like a black woman. I present as a black woman. I love black history. My kids are black. The reason why I started saying black and not African American, although I was born in the United States, I was out of respect for African Americans. Both my parents are Jamaican who immigrated here, and I definitely didn't want, even though I fully do in my heart be like, I'm African American. I was born here, but I want to be respectful of people's titles and not feel as though I'm claiming something that I am not. I
So why don't
devoted
you
my
claim one of your
entire life
ancestors
to
instead of
study.
trying to embrace something that you may not necessarily be tied to, and some of the events that your family may have went
What
through?
did
Or
you
one of
say?
your
Say that
Wait,
again. The
hold up.
that
beginning
don't
part.
make no
Wait,
sense.
hold up. This is what, listen, right? So where I'm from, there's a whole community called Passe Blanc. They are basically black people passing for white people, right?
Yes.
Or brown people passing for white people, right? So when you're doing that, you're basically dismissing your heritage. As people, when we have different ties, I also have French ties. I got Irish ties as well, right? I don't walk around saying, "Hey, I'm just a black woman. I'm just black. I'm just," but looking from somebody's eyes, they will say, "Oh, that's a black woman, right?" But I have a mixed heritage. I was raised as a Creole woman, so I have all these ties to all these people, and my culture actually captures my different ties. So when people call me black, I be like, "No, I'm not black, bro. I'm Creole," and
That's good.
and I break down my different Creole heritage. I'm Irish. I'm French. I'm Chitamacha. I'm all these things, and my grandmother actually married a guy from Haiti, even though he's not my grandfather, but because he taught me those ways, I consider that to be a part of my bloodline as well, right? So at the same time, we're making a big mistake by just claiming to be one thing when we are all things.
See,
We
here's the
have a
thing that I
wealth of
have right
all
here. See
history.
what you're
You
doing right
can't
there, though?
dismiss.
You're
I'm
you're
just telling you.
dismissing me, though.
That's how you lose your
No,
heritage.
no, no. You don't. You see how that part? I didn't want to. I don't. I'm not telling you who you are, and I'm not
I'm
telling you
not
that
telling
you're
Nikki,
losing your
Nikki, no,
heritage.
no, 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 no,
You
no,
just told
no,
me
Nikki,
I'm losing
no,
my
Nikki,
heritage.
Nikki, I'm Nikki. This is what I'm telling to you, and I'm gonna lay in my plane. When we just fit into the code that they want, the standard that they want, oh, you just a black woman. Everybody else could claim their heritage. Oh, I'm Scottish because they're pale skin, right? oh, I'm Irish because their parents can. Everybody just take it as is. But when us as melanated people say, no, I'm Irish, I'm French, they look at you like you're crazy. Like, girl, you black. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? People dismiss that side of you. People dismiss it because you, by the eye, you look like a so-called black person. But you have to tell them, nah, I'm not black, bro. I have a mixed heritage. I don't care what my skin look like. I don't care what my hair looks like. You have to respect what I'm saying. I have all these ties. You can't put me in a box as one thing because that's what you want to do. I'm going to tell you who I am and you're going to respect it. You can't say I'm just a black woman and I got mixed heritage. You got to respect all sides of
Be for
my
real.
people.
And that's
I'm
why I
just
get
saying.
along with you. That's why I get along with you because that is what I stand on. That's what I believe. But he asked me what I call
Damn near the
myself.
same shit. That's damn near
What
the
are
same
you
shit. I
trying to
said in a rude ass way. She just said it to your ass
stop
nicely. That shit gets
talking
fucking
over
complicated. You
me
just like
right
to
now? Stop
detail
talking
this shit.
over me. I'm actually like you keep talking for me and what I'm saying is you ask me how I identify and that is how I identify
Right.
and why I
No,
say
no,
black
hold on, wait. No, no,
because
no, no, no.
for
Let her
No, no,
no
no.
Hey, excuse
oh
me.
my
you let
goodness.
her identify as what she wants to identify.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
hold on,
We've been
that's
doing this
fine.
for too
That's
long.
Listen.
I
fine.
don't see
No,
why
Hey,
no,
y'all
y'all, can y'all
sitting up
hear me?
here going back and forth with people. Let her
Black?
identify with what she want to
Yes.
Hey,
identify as, and they need to respect what we identify as.
Exactly. And that's my whole
hey, can
point.
y'all hear
For
me?
me in particular, black is that encompassing thing for
Okay.
me. I
Hey,
know what
hey,
black means to me. I'm not
I can
talking
hear you,
about a
natural.
color. I'm not
excuse me. This live is not about your identity and none of that shit. I'm finna get right back on topic real quick. Look, I'm sorry I had to cut it off like that, but look, I'm just getting annoyed now. But I'm finna get on back to this. This is the Codex Venaticus B. The Codex Venaticus B doesn't have no date. It says the history of this manuscript is prior to 1596. The date, it says prior to 1596. The date where it appears at the Vatican catalog where it is assigned the number 3773 is currently unknown. They do not know the freaking date of this thing. And yes, it was pre-Columbian. Let's read the first part. The Codex Venaticus B, also known as the Codex Venaticus 3773, Codex Venatical ritually, whatever. And it says another name for the Codex. It says it's a pre-Columbian Middle American pictorial manuscript. All right, probably from the Pueblo part of the Mixtec region. All right. So here we go. Now, what I'm finna do is I'm finna dive into this. I didn't want to do this, but I'm going to anyways. I got older codexes that I still don't want to show yet. Cause I don't like showing Mo facts all my shit. Cause I seen what the hell he did. I see what he do. He try to argue fucking TikTok videos instead of having a real debate. So argue this shit, okay? This is the manuscript Codex Venaticus B. And again, this is pre-Columbian, pre-colonial. Okay, let's go. And as it goes, you're gonna see the Negroes in here. And I don't want to hear no bullshit about no lookership and all this shit, because I could pull out a book and it'll tell you it described the Mayans being Negro-like too. I could do that shit too. It doesn't matter. But we're gonna go through these codexes, and you can clearly see again, it's pre-colonial. You're gonna see the tear and the rare and all this shit. It's in here. You're gonna see the Negro type people. You're gonna see the people with the locks, all that type people here, and you're gonna see the other type of people that's here too. All right. Yeah, man, to zoom in on this one. Again, pay
Mo,
attention to the phenotype.
hey, Mofax, the ancestors left this just for you, Mofax.
Oops, my bad. I didn't try to do that, friend. My bad. All right. Now, let me ask y'all a question. Can a Native American do their hair like this? Can they do
Hell,
this hair like this?
hell no.
Now let's go.
Let Mofos answer it.
I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. It's just pictures.
It's just pictures.
It's pictures. What am I supposed to do?
It's
Say that?
just
Is that so?
pictures.
Whose family is it? Is us? Is
Bro,
you? Who
these
is
are
it?
Negroes. These are the Mayaks, bro. This is the Mayak people.
That's
So
not
that's who we. That's who
so that's
the
not
most of the
you.
people in America. That's who most of the people that they call
Bro,
African
it's more.
American in
It's
America.
Be-
look.
That's who.
Our population. We got the
That
Before,
doesn't
biggest.
like
before
being
there was before
specific.
there
This
was
is I
written
don't get
before
what's
there was
going
written
on.
language before there was written language there was pictures,
Yeah,
so
you
we used to
playing
speak
now.
with
Let's
pictures,
go.
so
We
people
finna
would
get to those
understand.
locks though.
So
Watch.
the
Hold
people
on.
that they call African American in America, these are their people.
All the people that
Yep. Yep.
they
Yep.
call quit trying to
Okay,
do
Let's
the
play
got you.
games
wordplay.
with you. Yep.
Okay.
Quit trying to do the wordplay. You know what the hell you doing.
No, I can't comment on that. That's just it's pictures. What am I going to say? That's I can just ask him what he
You
knows.
said
He
pre.
knows
Hey,
some.
Pictures,
He
so
pre-colonial.
you
knows
Hey,
want to
something
say
listen.
about
they
it.
look
I don't
like
know.
Hey,
I
them.
hey,
can't comment on
hey,
it.
y'all. Let me
Like
make
be
this
real
statement
with
real quick,
yourself.
y'all. Look. Do you see how this motherfucker play games? He know when we deal with pre-colonial, that means we got to deal with the manuscripts, pottery, and what the people left by. What the people left. So as soon as we pull that up, guess what they say? It's just pictures. Oh, we don't know because it's just pictures. Why the hell would they
Okay.
draw themselves as this? Why the hell would they draw themselves as this
What
skin complexion
is there
and make their
text?
hair and everything like that? Why would they do that?
Is there text?
And let me
Oh
say
my fucking god!
to
It's the
you
same. It's like the same thing with the Egyptians. We can say the same thing with the Egyptians, but I bet you 10, you say, yeah, they were melanated because they was in Africa.
No, no.
Nah,
All of
man,
them
get out
wasn't.
of here.
All
and
of
let
them
me
wasn't.
say
No.
this to Mo Fett
Nope.
and his followers because y'all keep saying they not. We're not saying that these people are y'all. These our people. Y'all said y'all came from the Africa diaspora. We're not talking about y'all, okay? We're talking about us. Since y'all so invested in our lives, in our history, we're letting you in. We ain't trying to push none of this shit on y'all. Y'all can be African American, descendants of African slaves all your life. I don't care. I
Everybody's
personally
not a
don't care.
descendant of an African slave either.
Well, that's what you go by. That's what you
Okay,
put. That's
That
what
we
you
African
don't.
say
We
masters,
count.
don't. On my
African whatever,
grandmothers,
African
on all
shebang,
my dead
whatever.
grandmothers, I've never said that everybody in America is a descendant of
I
an African
said
slave. That's
you and
impossible to
whoever
prove.
believe that y'all can be that. Is you not
Nobody can
listening to the
prove that.
words?
Y'all just
It's
mad
like
at
you
us, so
taking what I'm
you
saying,
trying to call us
selective
slaves because
pieces
you're
of what I'm
mad.
saying,
No, we
and
mad at your
running with it.
stupidity. That's what the hell we
Why
mad
don't
at.
then why not say what we said? You can't say that everybody we think that
You,
we're all descendants of
okay, I'm
slaves.
saying, let me say what you said,
Everybody's
and
not a
I'm
descendant
gonna
of a
take it
slave.
down. When we first encountered you, Mo Facts and Sutton, y'all were arguing against us that everybody came from a slave vote, but
Never said
somehow your
that.
story changed.
And,
Yes, you
and,
did.
look, and that's
Yes,
my
you
thing
did.
too.
We wouldn't even
Hey,
be
Well,
in this
and
play the
argument
clip.
if
hey,
y'all
and
Play
wasn't
the
hold on.
clip.
participating.
Hey,
I ain't
hey,
never
and
said
they
no
be
shit
hey,
like that.
hold on, and they
Yes, you
back up,
did.
hey, and some of
Nope.
y'all be backing up
I would
people
never
like
say
Trump.
that. It's
That
you can't.
believe
There's no way to
You
prove
said
it.
Hey,
We're
that.
in
hey,
2000.
people
I'm
like
saying
hey,
Hold
now.
on,
Trump
hey,
Okay,
hey,
OG.
are
y'all,
We're
so
in
I'm
hey,
gonna.
y'all.
2023.
Yeah,
How the
we
hell
getting
can you
back to this.
prove
We
that
getting back to the
everybody
topic.
here
We
came
getting back
from a
to the
slave
topic.
ship?
We're not going back about your goddamn past and none of this shit. We sticking to the goddamn topic.
That
These
is
are locks on the top of
ridiculous.
this man head, and he got his
Hey,
hair cut.
Yeah.
natural.
Hold on,
Broken
wait,
said that
wait,
was
wait, wait. I'm not finished. Let me get over here. And then we going over here to this guy. This man clearly got locks on his head.
he
Big
said that
ass
was a
nose.
staple hairstyle right there.
That's
Like,
today. That's free locks. You see people wear that. People, special people in Florida. I got cousins
come
who
on
got.
now.
They just let it grow the way it grow.
Come on now.
So we supposed to be the only ones with locks and dark skin? Is that what this is?
The only ones know any
Is
Negro
that
can
the
get the
claim that you're
real locks. We
making?
ain't talking about that matted ass shit, bro. Don't play with
We
me, bro.
and
And you
quit
know you
saying
don't see no
we.
Native Americans with that shit today.
Quit
So quit
saying
playing the
we.
games.
Remember, it's not your people. You came from the African diaspora. It's not your people.
I was asking if I listen, man. I'm trying to get used to this shit. Sorry, I'm still stuck with we. It's hard to
That's
get out of it. I'm trying to
interesting.
work on it.
Hey, yo,
Trying to get
I've
natural.
out of
never
Not
it.
for
seen a
nothing.
Native American with locks.
Hey, yo,
That's true.
hey, yo, natural. Not for nothing. Some of them got locks. Some of them got wicks, bro. That's a wick, bro. Look at, and then look at the one at the bottom. You see how it's like thinner? Those are regular loose locks right there. Those. The one at the top, that's a whole wick, bro.
Like that shit with Kodak Black and all that. I know.
Yes,
That's why
yes,
I'm.
that's
That's
what
what I'm
that is.
saying. Like, how the hell you can't
The
spot
wig.
your culture in
That's
these
the
motherfuckers.
wig.
Y'all can't spot none of this. But all of a sudden, I just don't know. It's Lucas shit. Blah, blah, blah. Like, but you see this
Exactly.
shit. You
But you
see
can
the
do it,
damn
brother.
shit.
Look,
Like,
you
wait,
can do
time
it for
out.
me.
Wait.
You can look at it
Wait.
and say
So
that. I'm not
somebody with
gonna
a
do it.
wick. Wait, time
What's
out,
the
y'all. Because
problem?
what
Why I
you
gotta
mean
join in
is,
on it?
what y'all mean to tell
You
me is
just do it.
somebody with a wick could look at that picture and not see themselves, like like they would be delusional to see themselves literally like
Well,
I
I
don't
think
get
the
it.
issue is that there are
We don't
some
see
people
Africans doing this shit
like
though,
there are
don't
people
we?
like myself who are just not going to make those bold statements. You can do it. Nobody's going to put you in prison or anything. Just make the
It's
statement.
not a bold statement,
Say those are
bro.
black
That's
people.
It's
I'm not
not
going
a
to do
identical.
it.
fucking bold
Nah,
statement.
it's not like
I'm not
that.
doing it.
It's
The
Look,
disingenuous that he's talking about right there. When
Right.
look,
you
Like
that's
you
trying to make
know
a
you
identical,
see
dig,
bro.
yourself in
you
them
trying to
pictures. I
be
don't
slick and be
understand.
petty and saying all this condescending
Look,
shit like people can't catch shade. We
hey,
in
you
I'm
the
saying
we in
remember?
the
that I'm not
time
going to
where
Y'all
say
people
it.
know
remember
how to
this
catch
one?
shade. You better catch it when
You
they throw
can
that
say
bitch,
it.
and I
I'm
catch
not
it.
going to
Oh,
say
that
it.
looks familiar, natural.
Now watch this. Watch this shit. I'm gonna go back.
I know exactly what picture you about to post.
Since they want to play, see, he want to play fucking games, and I ain't gonna play with you. Go fucking back to that shit. The one that had the two motherfucking
You right.
strands,
Kodak is Haitian, and what do you think the Haitians are?
the Arawaks,
Yeah.
Tainos, and more.
Thought you ate, didn't you?
And Caribs. Come
Hold
on.
on, where he at? There he is, right there.
Look at that,
There he
bro.
is. There he is, right there. Go back to the fucking
Wow.
YouTube. Man, come on, man. I don't know how the fuck you can't see this shit.
Yeah,
Don't
Nobody
be
said
you
I
might,
can't see it.
you might as well give it up, bruh. You at
Wait,
this point, you just man, come
who
on,
said I
bruh.
can't see it? I'm telling you, I'm not about to sit here and say that the
and look.
African American
Natural, the
people
first
are
one to
those
bring
people
this
because
codex
that
out,
picture
motherfucker.
has what looks to be locks on their head. Well, I'm not doing
What
it.
looks to
You
be
can
like,
do it.
see, look at him.
Someone got to do it,
It
right?
looks
You be
like
the one to
it
do it.
could
Looks
be.
to be
Look,
locks.
see,
They're dumb as
look.
locks. What you
You see
mean?
him? I told you. That's
Listen,
the whole
Doc,
look.
You the Haitian that's not our people. We not talking about you because you go to Haiti. Like you said, the ones that grew up on the island don't even claim you. So please have several seats.
The
Be
hell is
quiet.
that?
You talk too much.
You said what the hell is this? Something that our
What is
women
the?
used to do. They used to squat and have their baby. That's what they used to do. Oh yeah, and look at them locks at the top of
Facts.
their head too. No, never mind. They ain't no lock. No, it is a lock. No, they ain't no lock. Is there a lock? But no, that's our hair wrap. I don't know.
It's
I
something.
don't know. It's yeah, it's something. But anyways, the shit is here. You can see the culture. You can see our hairstyles. You
You
can see
said
all this
literally
stuff
made
here.
a bold statement and said Native Americans had locks. Where? Show
Where?
me them now.
Where?
There's a lot of depictions of them with locks. Yeah,
Where?
that's why I
Let
don't
us
No,
use
Why
no,
see.
no,
them.
no,
can't?
no,
I
no,
Why
don't
no.
we
deal
don't
with
see
it.
Hold
none on?
on,
Why
hold
we never
on.
see none on
Today,
TikTok?
on
It's
Earth
even in the
Why
Day,
we don't see
journals.
them
today is
today?
done with the
It's
locks.
even
Let
in the
us see
journals.
now, Mo face. Let us see.
Nah, I
Prove
never
it.
seen
I
them.
don't
Go
want to see
find them. I
y'all, bro.
don't care
Y'all gonna
about
have to
it.
prove it to me.
That's
I
Yeah,
don't
Go
want to
crazy.
find
yeah,
see
them.
It
yeah.
is
You don't
nothing to
care
look
about it
at.
because,
We're just
like I
talking
said,
about what they said like 500 years ago, 400 years ago when they pulled up. That's what they said.
Singing Bear. Y'all ain't
yeah.
got no
Watch
locks.
with
No
this shit,
facts.
right?
Show
Y'all
us.
ain't got
Show us.
no locks, Singing Bear. Where?
That curly corset
Because
shit
the
he got.
only
He
people
been
that's
before.
wearing locks today are what they call black people. I don't
And
see
didn't
no
they
other
say
people wearing
that?
locks.
And then they say locks was like it was a derogative type of like they, uh.
Nah, nah, dreads. You thinking of dreads? They
But
used to,
that's what I'm saying. And
nah, yeah,
so I'm
locks.
confused since when Native Americans was doing that to their hair when a lot
So,
Mm-hmm.
of time they we was being
Yeah,
discriminated
you
locks
against
was the
you know
wearing
they
term.
our hair
used to
like
put
that.
the
Dreads was the derogatory term for it because they when they saw them, they described it as dreadful, and that's where dreads came in. The
yeah,
original name
and
was locks.
They used to
you know
put what?
they used to put these big holes in their bottom lip too. They said it was big enough to fit a plum in it. Yep. They don't do
No,
that no
that shit.
more.
No, that was your people, bro. That's them Africans.
No, that was
I was
here.
about to say
That's
that.
in the journals.
No, that's
That's
their
in the
people. I know.
journals.
I know
No,
that the Maya
remember
did that too. I'm just playing,
according
bro. I'm just
oh, I'm
playing.
about to say.
I know that the Maya did it too, bro. I'm just playing. But it's still not an African culture. That's a universal because the people over there in the and over there in the oceanic people, they do the same shit too.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I was
It's
just
not an
the
African
reason I was
thing.
pointing it out is
But
because they don't
listen,
do it anymore.
if you're saying that are you talking about all of them or was some of them doing that? Because it's different tribes.
Yeah, exactly. The same thing. The stuff with the
Like
piercings in their lips,
he got a big
the
ass rock in
sawing
his
down of their
earlobe.
teeth, putting holes in their nose, their ears, their neck, all of that. Some people did it and
And
some people didn't do it.
wait,
But
go
I'm
back to
saying
that
they don't
picture
those
right
people don't
there.
do it
Yep.
anymore. So
Wait, Mofat,
you
wait,
can
wait.
have locks
Hold
at one
on.
point and then don't have
Hold
them
on,
later.
y'all. Because I just want y'all to look at the picture because for me, your hair have to be a certain texture for your hair to grow upwards like that and lock up in that way.
Bro, he got
So if his hair was straight like a Native American, it would have been going down his back, if anything, if it even lock.
The fact that it's on the top of his head and it's going upwards, that's a certain type of texture of hair that only Negroes do.
Example,
So
the Vikings also had locks, but they would never stand up like that. They will go down
And
their
look,
head, their neck, and their back.
y'all, I want y'all to understand this up. If it wasn't for my wife, this would have been brought out tonight in a damn debate. I still have some more codex. I still got another codex with the same shit like this that says pre-Columbian too. But yet, he still, it don't matter. It don't matter what the fuck I bring. It don't even matter. If I found the score that was authenticated and say it was a Negro and blah blah blah, his date to be a million years, he would still pass it up and say, I'm gonna wait till later updates about this. We
Just
know
like
how the
what he
fuck you
doing
move.
now. He looking at the stuff you showing now.
Well,
I don't know. I
I
can
wouldn't
say
use
that.
pictures. That's just
I
not
can say
what
that to be true.
we
I can
come
say
from
that.
two different
Look,
areas of, I guess,
look,
studying.
all
I
right.
can't use
Then you might
pictures
as
to
well
come to
say
my
fuck all the
conclusions.
Egyptian anthropologists. You might as well say fuck all the so-called Mesopotamian anthropologists. You might as well fuck anybody that deals with ancient culture and look at the pictures and say, well, these people look like this and this is what they did according to the hieroglyphs and all this other stuff, yada yada yada. You might as well say fuck all of them and say they're liars and this is just bullshit. You might as well just say that. And the people of the past that created shit, you might as well say they was on some bullshit too. They don't know what the fuck
Natural.
they was doing.
The thing, natural. This the thing. I'm still trying to grasp around. Like I'm really trying to gather in my head. Like for two things. Why you even wasted your time debating him? Because who is he to prove any of this shit to? Like, is he the end all be all? Is he the person that's gonna say, "Hey,
I'm
you
gonna tell
are
you the
who you
reason.
are.
The
Go
reason I
live this
Well,
good
debated
life. This
the
is
he
what
was
reason
you need
supposed
to
to
stand
prove it,
on."
she
not
asked
me.
me this question, Mofax, not
I
you.
never
The
made
reason
claims.
I
Yeah,
debated
because I'm
Mofax,
trying to see like who set y'all up to be the people, the judges, the jury, and the execution to say,
oh
yeah,
no,
y'all job
nobody,
is to go
nobody.
out
But
there
let me go
and
ahead and
tell these
explain it.
people that they are not these folks.
No, no, no.
Like,
Let me
But
go
that's
bro,
ahead and
not what
explain it
happened,
real
sister.
quick.
This is what happened.
Mofax,
The
she
brother
asked me
came
a
to the
question.
live.
Hold the fuck
Midnight Miss
on.
came to the
The
live and said
reason
I
I
was scared of
debated
natural.
Mofax is
That's how this
because I
happened.
wanted the people to see. I wanted the people to see what his mindset is. I wanted the people to show how fucking double minded he is. I wanted to show the people how he double talks and always retracts back and try to change the shit that he say. That he laugh when he's motherfucking defeated and don't show no other shit to prove what the fuck he's talking about. I showed the people that last night and I showed it again today, even worse on this panel on the debate recap. Like for real, bro. And then again, you don't
What was
have
I
shit to
supposed
say
to
that
prove,
don't say
natural?
to listen, let me finish.
I
You don't
can't
have
say
nothing to
anything
say to
about
this.
pictures.
Y'all
It's a
listen.
freaking picture.
This is what he had to say to this. I
that's
don't,
how they was
it's just
communicated
a
back
picture.
then,
It's just a picture.
before
Just like last
Columbus.
night. Just like last night, he said it's just a picture. Again, this is how the fuck they
Because
move.
they
They
have
ask for
writing.
pre.
Brother, listen,
So,
listen. If
Grant,
Look,
all they have is
look.
pictures, I would
No,
understand.
sir.
They
They
have
did not have
writing.
fucking writing. White, go and
hold
tell
on.
White. Go ahead and tell him your discoveries.
Hey,
Go tell
Natural,
him
can
your
you mind me
discoveries.
real quick, Natural? Can you mind me real quick?
Because if you know anything about our history, we research our history. I'm not researching y'all African diaspora history. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But if you research our history, you will learn before these people, Europeans came over here, we were not writing down anything. We adopted that way. We were using
Okay, well, who are those
pictographs and
people?
sign. It was like we was talking in sign language. If you want to go there, if
This
you
is the
weren't using
Mayak. This
pictographs.
is the Mayak. So just in it. It's a tribe of the Mayak people in Mesoamerica. That's all you need to
Yeah,
fucking know.
yeah.
Now,
So they have
now
scripts.
I'm gonna
They
recap
have writing
what the
scripts.
hell my wife just said. What you see right here is pictogram. This is how they drew their shit. This is how they did their time. Like for example, you know about the Maya calendar. It's the same shit on there. They use pictogram to say what the hell they want to say and how to express what they want to feel and things like that. So you looking at the shit right now and you sit up and say, "All right, I'm looking for the language. I'm looking for the language." This is the language, bro. This
Okay,
is
so
the
what's the
depiction.
translation? What is it saying?
You
So
go,
what is it
hey,
saying?
you go hey, the day I'm gonna translate this shit, the day you go to Egypt and translate the motherfucking wall.
I
Exactly.
don't need to. What do I got to do
And
with
I don't
Egypt?
need to do this either. You see what the fuck you just did? I just did the same thing
But
you did.
Egypt is
So
not.
shut
The
the fuck up.
Egyptians are
I don't
not.
have to listen. I don't have to translate this because
What?
the only thing I'm
Egyptians are
fucking
my
proving.
people.
Listen, Mo Facts.
Yes, they
West
are.
This is
Africa.
y'all. Hold on. Let me make this
You from
statement.
Africa, right?
Mo Facts. I don't have to
But I'm
translate
not
none of
from
this
North
shit.
Africa.
Listen, I don't have to translate none of this shit because one, y'all still talking. I don't have to translate none of this shit because one, that wasn't the fucking debate. That wasn't the topic. Translate the old language. The debate was to prove that Negroes was here before our pre-colonial time. And you looking at Negroes with fucking Negro style hair, our culture right fucking
Oh,
here and shit.
got you,
You looking at the
got you.
shit right now, and you're gonna sit up here and
So
tell
those are
you're gonna
Negroes.
tell all 192 of these people, oh, that's just a fucking picture. This is a
Those are Negroes.
historical fucking
Yeah, they
record
were too
of
about
Mesoamerica,
All
and you
right,
got the
brother.
nerve to sit up here
Okay.
and say that's just a
Those
picture.
are
Get the
Negroes.
fuck out of
Those
here.
are
Yes,
Negroes.
those are
Those are
Negroes.
pre-colonial
Yeah,
Negroes.
show me,
All right, cool. I mean,
show
hey,
me the
Yeah,
other
if
those
nations
that's
are
with
what you
Wix.
believe,
Negroes.
that's
Because
cool.
that's
Show
what
me
they
the
call
other
us
nation with
today.
Wix, bro.
Yeah,
Wix is
that's
a
what they call us
motherfucking
today.
American culture. That ain't
It's
no
called
other culture.
reclassification. The
Get out
fuck,
of here with
get
that
into
bullshit.
it.
And now you got other nations trying to copy our Wix. You know we did this shit. You know that's ancient culture. And you want to sit up here and act like, oh, that's just a fucking picture. How many fucking Maya people we see on this shit that have this shit? Like, come on, man.
Did you
You at this point,
send
you
the
just
video?
playing fucking
I
games
hold on,
here.
natural. Now Google Native Americans with locks. Let's see this shit right quick. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
why
see
Yeah.
you
something
do
real
that? Do you
fast.
be seeing those videos? I'm pretty sure if y'all watch on TikTok, do y'all
Y'all,
see those Chinese getting afros now, doing everything that they can to make their hair look like
Yes,
afros?
I seen that. Oh my god. I said,
Okay.
what the hell?
Let's see. Let's see
look,
something.
hold up, y'all.
Is this
You know what?
locks?
I pull up the
These
codex.
locks?
Pull up the fucking codex.
This is the locks? Let's pull up the codex.
You see how they go down? They don't
Let's
go
look.
up. They be
Let's look.
moving.
Okay. That's the locks? Let's see. Let's see. That matted ass shit, that's locks, huh? That shit that could break down in a fucking week. Come on. Hold on. Let me go back to
Nah,
that
y'all,
one.
I'm weak. This is
Look, y'all, and guess what?
Come on, bro.
If locks was our culture, why the fuck we never seen no slave pictures with us with locks? Right.
And
Why have y'all ever
Hold
seen
on.
a
Let's
slave
look
with
this shit.
locks?
This is funny. This funny as hell. Hold on. Let's look at this.
Have
Oh,
y'all
look at
ever
a
seen a
black
slave
person.
with locks?
Why does it keep on popping up black people with locks down there? It's the same old motherfucker. The same dude. Hold on. Hold up. Is this the same dude? Hold on. Make sure. Boom. Boom. It's the same dude. That's a different
Why
dude.
you be
Hold on. Look at
why
his
you
shit. That shit is
be,
not locks, bro.
that look
man,
distasteful.
That is curled ass.
man over there belittling his relatives, man. You know it's the
Hey, that's
trade
what you
Mo
together
call
and
facts.
shit,
dreads.
bro.
Mo
Why
facts.
you
Tell me. Say it
belittling
ain't so.
homies,
You
bro?
so these are locks, Mo facts?
No, that's dreads.
No. Let him answer the question. Mo facts. Is these locks?
I'm just looking for pre-colonial people
Hey
that like
man,
us. I
no.
don't
You
know.
said Native
You
Americans
just
Especially
got
showed me
locks,
some. You
bro.
Canadian
showed
Tell
me
me,
some
American.
bro. Is
hair.
those the locks you're
Sound
You
like a
talking
showed
sad
some
about, bro?
puppy.
hair
He
on a
sound like a
codex.
sad
I
puppy,
mean,
bro.
Native. Hey,
well, that's
Mo
cool. I
facts.
mean, hey,
Mo
I
facts.
guess,
Backtrack, bro.
hey, brother,
Backtrack. Mo facts.
look. I
Backtrack.
don't
You
need to
said go
backtrack.
on
I'm
Google,
still at
look this
pre-colonial,
bullshit
bro.
up, and
You're
now
making
we
this
Me
looking
up.
at
too,
this
I'm
but
shit.
still at
Now
no.
we looking
pre-colonial.
at this shit. I want to
When
hear
he
you.
said
Yes or
Pre-colonial.
that,
no? Is
he
these
said
So
locks,
the
are
Mo
same
facts?
people. You
thing.
just showed some hair.
Hey,
You
Mofax, you
showed
got
hair. That's
tired of
fine.
getting your shit pushed in?
Yeah, cut. He said the same thing.
Oh
I mean,
my
that's
god.
cool,
Mo
but
Facts,
hey,
you
Hey,
for
we
real?
You
Like,
not
proved the
tired of
point.
getting your
damn.
shit pushed in,
We
Hey,
proved the
Mofax?
hey,
point.
brother. Hey, listen.
We proved
I'm
it,
up
y'all.
tight for life. I was looking for pre-colonial evidence. I guess
Look at
this is
this shit,
good
y'all.
enough for him. Hey, that's you be the judge of your own sources.
He just
If that's
Oh
gave
proof
my
you
to you, go
god.
pre-colonial
take this
I
stuff and
just
go
evidence.
get
y'all,
the
gave you
land.
y'all
Go
motherfucking
get
gotta
the
proof.
show
land,
something to this
and
man.
let's
This
change
man is
history.
suffering with a disease,
Hey,
a real illness. It's
he's
called
gone.
cognitive dissonance.
He's gone. He's gone. He can't even be fucking. This is what I mean by being disingenuous. Look, this is what I mean by being disingenuous. The man's literally just said some moments ago, Native Americans got locks. You can go on Google and look it up. And then when we bring up the Native American with the alleged locks, and I ask you the question, Mofax, is these locks? No, he ain't ran. I kicked his ass off the fucking panel because I got tired of the motherfucking disingenuous shit. He couldn't even answer the fucking question, just like he couldn't answer the question when I asked him about that woman. Was this a Negro or not? This is why I say he lost the fucking debate. And I knew at the recap he was gonna come. I set all this shit up. And yo ass for to be embarrassed again the second time on the YouTube.
I mean, he
I'm
did.
showing the people of the world how the African, pan-African mindset is, how double-minded it is, how it doesn't make fucking sense. A Negro is an African, but an
Natural.
African is not a Negro.
Natural. I mean, he did say he'll get knocked out for 9K. So hey, his
He
job is
did say
done.
that. He did say that. He kept saying that they the same thing, but they not the same thing. If you say it in reverse, That's why I say he don't make no sense. And anybody else that listen to him, y'all dumb as hell. I'm gonna be honest, you dumb as hell. If you sit there listen to
Oh
somebody
God.
who preaching that, who preaching an African is a Negro, but a Negro is not an African. Come on, man. Y'all sit here listening to him
Boy,
for
I
real
can't. I
though.
can't wait. Hey y'all.
And all
I'm
his
finna.
little fans gone with him. Go on, exit up at the chat. Go on over there to his live
Yeah.
and
Go ahead and
go
drop.
get
Yeah.
cohorts and
Everybody go ahead.
brainwash some more. Go
Y'all.
on ahead.
Y'all go ahead and leave. Y'all go ahead and leave because I know at this part this is where they're gonna spam the fucking report button. So look, guess what I'm finna do? I'm finna end this live and then I'm finna come right back so I can say that video. Y'all ain't finna do this to me.
All right.
I'll be back.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nope. You're not gonna take that from me. You're not gonna take that lie from me. No, sir. No, you're not. No, you are not. So, guys, let's turn this shit around. Let's turn this bitch around. Yo, again, if you are following MoFex and you support MoFex and you just seen the retribution of what just fucking happened on this goddamn live, I feel sorry for you. This man looked straight at some Negroes on a codex and he seen their hair was standing up. He seen the wicks. He seen it all. He seen it all. And the man said, those are just pictures. But if we go to the motherfucking Egyptian hieroglyphics, right? Egyptian hieroglyphics. If we go to the Egyptian hieroglyphics, right? And let's see. Let me type Negro next to it because we know the Egyptian was black. We go to the Egyptian hieroglyphics and we see people like this on the Egyptian hieroglyphics, right? And then we pull up the codex, the same codex. Let's go back and forth. Boom, 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 boom. Come on now. The Egyptian hieroglyphics, y'all. Look at this. Look at this, man. The Egyptian hieroglyphics. The Mayak Codex. The Egyptian hieroglyphics. The Mayak Codex. Again, the Egyptian hieroglyphics. The Mayak Codex. How the fuck you gonna sit up here and tell us, no, that's just pictures? But promote Africanism and say those are black people, but deny the Negroes being on the Mayak Codex with fucking locks and shit. That you cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. You can't make this.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
What's
What's
good?
good?
What's good? That shit is crazy, bro.
Crazy. And he wasn't making sense. He knew he was making no type of sense.
You know, honestly, at this point, I just think that it's a scam. They're just making money off this shit at this point, bro. At this point, it is what it is. I can't believe this shit, bro.
Facts. And then they throw up this shit talking about some, oh, you can't use lookership, but we can use lookership when we on live and talk about other stuff. But when it comes down to history, oh, we can't use lookership. When it comes down to a police report and somebody robbed your motherfucker ass, you're gonna use lookership,
Facts.
right? You're gonna have a sketch, right?
For straight rich, before I block you, it's your ancestors who whitewashed history. I don't know why you even tried it. So bye.
All
Bro,
right, I
get the fuck
appreciate
out
that,
of here,
bud,
straight
but
rich. What the
I
hell?
That Bobby Cash up here.
Get the
Cause
fuck
now
out of
no,
here.
you
no,
see the
he's
flip
not. No,
flopping.
he's not coming up here. We tired of giving people that. Didn't we
Platforms to
just not talk
recycle,
about that?
man.
No, man. We not doing that.
It's the flip
Mo,
It's
flopping for me. Not trying to be
I'm
friends, but I do respect what you do. You just said
we've
we
been doing this from the
regurgitate
beginning.
everything that you said. You
when
said
I just
you
want
regurgitate
to
understood.
say
nothing.
one
I guess
thing,
we
and
had to grow up
I'm
on
a
a
mute.
reservation to be considered Afro-Indigenous.
Right. So how can they look
Why he
at the
always do that?
Egyptians? They can look at the Egyptians hieroglyphs and how they depicted themselves and say, "Oh, those black people." But then the Mayans and the Aztecs and whatnot, our people do the same thing. Those not black people. It don't make sense.
I mean, man, we could look at the hieroglyphics with Mesoamerica. We're gonna see the Negroes and everything on there too. Man, look
Yo,
at this.
how are you not going to admit that those are hieroglyphs, petroglyphs, and then we're asking you to go do the same thing, but you're saying, oh, well, what you're reading is what we can't read what you read. Those are just pictures. That doesn't make any fucking sense to me, bro.
This show you that the Egyptians didn't have no alphabet and nothing either. That
Facts.
everybody, really, for what I see, every Negro around the world was using pictogram in some type of
Yep.
form or way. And he out here talking about something. Let me see the letters. Let translate it. Man, get out of here, bro. Even your ancestors was using
Using
pictogram.
slow. They using modern, like thinking modern and trying to apply it to the old world.
And
They
that's
knew
where
that
they
everybody
dropped the
back then
ball
was
at.
using pictographs. Them how have you said the word? Them are
Hieroglyphs.
pictographs.
Pictographs or pictograms.
You said it right.
I'm talking about the high hologlyphs. However you say it right.
Hi-
Hieroglyphs.
Hieroglyphs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hieroglyphs. Yeah.
My
hieroglyphs.
country tongue don't want me to say it, but still, like those are pictograms, just
And
in a
that's
whole
the
nother goddamn
earliest form.
continent.
That's the pictographs and hieroglyphs are the earliest forms of writing.
You
You
got
was just
pictures telling
using
you
pictures.
stories. Pictures telling you
Exactly.
stories.
Facts. And you notice the funny thing
Every time he go ahead.
when kids first learn stuff, they looking at pictures. It's
Is
crazy how the babies look at pictures to learn everything before they move on to something hard like
period.
alphabet and shit like that.
Facts.
Pictures are more easy.
And it's the thing that even though every time he got cut and cut himself, or when he know he wrong, he say the same saying. I mean, but hey, if that's what you want to think, it is. Like, dude, just be real with your motherfucking self. You know you fucking cut. You know this shit was proven last night, but since you want to make a crowd today, because you still got your little fans trying to say that you won, even though you manipulate that whole debate, talking while you was talking, wasn't showing your sources, had all that shit going on. You just lost. Like, just accept it. You lost. And the people even today see what you just pulled out. Said pre-Columbians, pre-colonial, and they still in the comments. That ain't us. That ain't us. I'm not telling you that that's going to be you. Since you identify as an African diaspora, whoever descended off of that shit, that's your people. We talking about us. Like, I'm
No,
tired of people attaching themselves to us and thinking we're talking about everybody in general. No. When I talk
And
about
that
me, I'm talking about me. I ain't talking about me, you, and you, and you.
right. And then when it comes with the whole pre-colonial information shit, you got to understand. We need something before 1492. All of Americas was not colonized at 1492. One place was. So then if they go to let's say North America, and what was that, like the 1600s when they first brought them over, we wasn't colonized yet. They were still explorers. So that would still be before colonial time.
now look
Like,
at this.
what is that? Why is that so hard to understand? North, Central, and South America was not all colonized in 1492 at the same time.
Hey y'all, look, this is all the other codexes that I was gonna bring out, but let's read the top part up here. It says Mesoamericas made a screenfold manuscripts, not the Spaniards, of great artistic beauty. One of them is the Codex Bogia, and it says an Aztec manuscript made during the late post-classic period, which stretched from the 1250 until about 1521. What did I told Mofax earlier? I told him they was discovering most of these codexes around the 1500s. They wasn't making it at the 1500s.
They found
We
them.
learned something. It's called the post classic period. Now I showed them that codex. The Codex Veneticus B, it doesn't have no date. They can't determine how old it is. They speculated it. Yet it's just pictures, though. It's just pictures. That's what he's saying. It's just pictures.
When you gotta understand too, when they got there, they literally found FOUN found these things. It wasn't just shit that they just, oh, let me just start drawing some shit that I just seen, copy. No, they got there, they saw that shit, and they found it. I don't understand why people can't understand that.
I don't know, man. It's just weird vibes. Here go Dr. No Job, but it's just weird vibes, man. If people can't see the double mindedness in Mo Facts, the double talking, the way how he retract most of what he said and turn around and try to change it up, that was the whole point of what I did last night and what I did today. If you still stand with Mo Facts, something is truly wrong with you. You just got a blunt hate for me now.
I don't know. I gotta say something to you, fam. What's up, everybody? I listened to the debate. Hands down, you won that debate, hands down, with the overwhelming evidence.
Period.
Yeah, period. Whoever just said that, period. I mean, you cannot debunk what you were saying, showing with the images of the pictures. Like MoFat, they want you to break down the languages and what they ate and what they shit and all that. But pictures tell a whole fucking story. If it got an afro, you show people, many people with afros. And only one group of people have an afro. They ain't the Mongolians and they ain't the $5 4+1 Indian people. So hands down, watch, me and you got words for whatever reason, but hands down that debate last night, you won by a landslide. And you should have put the money up because you definitely would have won that money hands down. You cannot debunk what you were saying. They can't. Or they could just sit there and ask for dates and like you just said, they just trying to figure this shit out right now as we speak. Clearly, the image you're showing is black, brown, whatever word you want to use, tawny, swarty, whatever, is black. I just came up to say that. The debate, you won hands down. Kudos to you, man. That's what I came up to say, man. Good
Hey,
job. Good job.
Dr. No Job, I appreciate that. And no, the only reason I was beefing with you back there is because you allowed them to say nigga towards me. But now I don't care about none of that stuff no more. But so that's already forgiven. I ain't worried
Good.
about that.
But I don't want no
But
beef with you. You got good information, so I don't want to beef with you. So
no,
you
no,
got good information.
it's good. It's good. I ain't worried about it. But the thing is, with these folks right here, dang, I forgot what I was fit to say. I forgot. Dang, I forgot what I was fit to say. What the freak I was fit to say? It was just on the tip of my tongue. Uh, dang. I forgot. I can't
Well,
believe I
guys,
just
handle
said it
your
like that.
business, man. I'm eating my pie, so go on handle your business. I'll talk to you later. Peace.
All right. Peace. What's up, Venom?
Hey, I just wanted to salute Dr. No Job, man, from giving you your props, bro. Because me and him got into it a couple of times. You probably don't remember me, but, bro, he gave you your props, and I salute him on doing that, man, because I thought he was finna get up there and say something else, but, hey, man, I got to salute him for that, and I'm out.
Hey, I appreciate that. Now I know what I was fit to say. If you still there, Doctor No Job, this is what I was fit to say. Even if money was brought up, and they know they took the L. Black First is a prime example. They know they lost, and he still came over and said, "Where's my money? Where's this? Where's that?" These people cannot take no defeat, no matter how much evidence you give them, no matter what you give them. They just gonna perceive themselves as right and try to make a stipulation on, what I'm saying? They're gonna have some type of criteria to make them seem like they're right, even though they ain't presented nothing that's contrary to the topic. Most of the debate, the man was off topic, and he went as far to debate some woman named Kimberly. What was her name? Kimberly. I don't know. I gotta look that book up. Kimberly something.
Kimberly
Ha-
Norton.
Kimberly Norton. He started debating Kimberly Norton, not me. And I was like, "Yo, where are we right now? Are you really fumbling this right now, or what?" But the man was speculating that I was gonna bring out sources that I had on my TikTok, and I already told him on multiple occasions I was gonna bring out information that you have not ran across yet.
And even
It-
that- what I was doing that round, there was ethos. Like if y'all remember when my husband was breaking down, like how you do the debate is ethos, pathos, and logos. He was doing ethos and pathos. Like you was talking about, you were speculating, talking about your feelings, and then you was trying to decredit somebody's work. You was arguing against them, which that's what they do. That's what the pen goofies do. They try to tear down the author or the person that wrote the book instead of actually discrediting the information that's in the book. And the whole time, the only source that you brought out was a source that my husband brought out. And you thought you debunked that and didn't read the rest of that sentence.
The only thing that's good that Mofex brought out was Drake's manuscript talking about Negroes was hopping off that, but they ain't hopping off the boat, but they ain't had nothing to do with the topic. I get is he was trying to prove that the African slave trade happened, and that wasn't even the debate. And I literally told him, I said, "Hey, I know Africans came here." I was humble enough to say, "Hey, Africans came here. I'm not worrying about that, but I'm not going to sit there and say these people who I found that's being described as Negroes is African. I'm not going to say that because there's no proof of that." But
Yeah, he that mindset. They literally think anything that's black or Negro is African. It's equate to African. It got to be African. And that's when they fall back on the out of Africa theory. You think everybody came from Africa.
so those of y'all that didn't watch the debate,
And 140.
we're gonna play the end clip to let y'all know. We're gonna play this end clip real quick. Yeah, we're gonna play this end clip. It's how many minutes? About 6 minutes. But go to Naturalism of Yahweh on YouTube. That's my name right there, Naturalism of Yahweh. And click the first live video and you're
Oh,
gonna see it. And you're gonna watch this whole 3 hour debate and you're gonna be the judge. And then today I'm gonna post the recap today, post debate, and I'm gonna show you how double-minded Mofax really is. Now let's play it. Anybody got something to say before I play this?
yeah. Can one of the moderators put up the poll with his YouTube in it? And secondly, I just thought about it. Like the only people that he have defending him literally are the Native Americans and the people who believe that they came from Africa, which was like 70 some people. So that's who y'all sent in the comments today, about 70 Pan Africans and Native Americans. And they say we that's only TikTok, only people saying this, but they must ain't got outside. Cause baby, everybody's saying it.
And again, I don't know why the Native Americans and Mexicans is here. They ain't had nothing to do with you. This was purely a black community debate, not no Native American debate, not no Mexican debate. It ain't had nothing to do with y'all. Because not at one time in that debate, I denied the Native Americans or the Mexicans. Not at one time. I said America was diversified. A lot of people was here. I kept saying that over and over and over again, and he didn't make no statement to it.
You should have turned his damn camera on.
That's what I should have did. So here we go, y'all. It was 20 minutes. I was going to show here, but I'll play it on TikTok so everybody can see. But the thing is, I showed the skeletons. I showed anthropologists inside, like you said, you wanted to bash the newspapers. These was anthropologists in newspapers saying, "Hey, this is what we found." It don't matter when they found it. It don't matter at the time when they wrote it. What matters is what they were describing and how long these people been here. These people was here way. These people were here way before they
said they were going to do testing, but we didn't get the test results. You're sticking to one. You're sticking to one thing. Okay, and the other one was possible. It said could be most ancient human. Could be.
Mofex, I brought out more than 30 sources on this debate.
None of them were before 1492. All of mine were older than yours. That's a fact.
No, the majority of your stuff was not older than 1419 or before 1492. Majority of
1492.
Listen, the majority of your information you brought out was in the 19th century. You only brought out about 2 or 3 sources. I've been typing everything in my phone, bro.
Right, but did I not show that those Negroes were supposed to be here? Because I placed the Spaniards in all those areas,
and they were supposed to be here. That's when you had lost the debate. That's when you lost the debate because you had agreed with me.
Because you're post-colonial. Post-colonial, they are supposed to be here. Pre-colonial is where you need to be at. It was not pre-colonial.
Listen, bro. What you're doing, and you said this yourself, you agreed that they was here.
But what you tried to do, listen, what you tried to do, you're trying to attach those people to the African slave trade. And Drake already showed that there were Negro type people here before the African slave trade. Yes, Drake brought some Negroes here, but he ain't, those ain't the people that he drew.
Brother, we were talking about
listen, Drake. I mean, my bad. Listen, Mofax. Listen. He drew the Negroes off that ship too. I ain't had to bring that part out because I wasn't debating about the slave trade. I'm debating about Negroes being here. Yes, he brought out Negroes. He brought some Negroes here, but the people he drew wasn't Negroes as the majority of his manuscript. That's the part you sadly left out. Now, the other part is you was not bringing out true old sources. For one, you only brought out about 2 of them. You was reading commentary about those sources. Conjecture.
Which one?
About the one about Giovanni Di Soto, that one. The only real source I seen you brought out was about the America.
I showed you Kimberly Norton. I showed you
Kimberly Norton is not an old source. That's that made that book in the year 2000.
Kimberly Norton just to show what people use, and then I showed the commentary, and then I showed the primary. I showed all 3.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
I went from
you was debating Kimberly Norton, not me.
I went from tertiary, but you went to Giovanni. So I did it before. You just didn't know that I knew you were going to do it.
Kimberly was in the commentary to Giovanni. If you want to talk about Giovanni, you got to read exactly what Giovanni said about Giovanni in Giovanni's book.
Exactly. So Kimberly Norton made a statement, which is tertiary. That's a tertiary source. I followed it back to the secondary source, which was the commentary. You're correct. I'm agreeing.
Okay, so why didn't you read Giovanni's source then? Why didn't you read Giovanni's official source? Why did you read commentary? No,
I went to the primary.
What? Bro, that source was black and white, bro. And you went straight to the bottom and said 2. I went to Giovanni's source. Yeah, go to it. I went to Giovanni's source and it showed what he really had said.
That's tough, brother. I don't know how you missed it. Here, this is her.
Bring that back.
This is Giovanni's journal. This is the commentary on it, and this is the actual text.
But you didn't read that. That's the thing.
Yes, I did.
You skipped past it and went to the commentary.
No,
I did this whole live is being recorded. We can go back and look at it.
I did the commentary first. Okay. And then I went back. Actually, I did it on the actual PDF. I went to the PDF so I could show you the footnote.
So you was bringing out pathos. You was just bringing out how somebody felt about it.
The whole point is I did tertiary, secondary, and then I did primary.
Okay, but look, the point is, I already proved it. I proved that Negroes was here. I proved it by self-evidence, archaeology, pre-colonial. When you need to understand this in your mind. When a colonist came here, they described what they have seen. That is described as pre-colonial. If I'm going to your house and I write down everything I've seen in your house, what is that called? Now, if somebody came to a new land and they write down whatever they seen, yes, it's during the time of colonization, but those people been there before colonization. That's the thing you're not understanding. Now, another thing I want to touch base on. What y'all did over there in Port City Live and all this stuff was disingenuous, sitting up there talking over me while I was bringing my sources and not showing what I was bringing out. That is so unfair what y'all did over there. Y'all manipulated the hell out of the shit over there. People was on my side over there watching seeing if y'all was gonna be honest. And you was talking. Majority of the time I was sitting there presenting my information. And when you watch my live, if you go back, you're gonna see me being quiet the whole entire time, being fair. So I showed y'all how y'all truly is. Be honest, bro.
Okay.
Y'all are not fair.
I did.
Y'all lost this goddamn debate.
You were not showing me every
y'all
time.
Y'all are disingenuous.
I'm a real nigga. I can admit that, right? No, damn, you don't like that word. My bad. But I'm a real person. I saw 1800s, 1700s, 1600s. I don't care about what you showing, bro. I'm looking for before 1492. So
people was still. I'm not. No, there was still unknown. There was still unknown territories in America by the 18th century. Arkansas wasn't even fully discovered yet. Oklahoma still wasn't even fully discovered yet.
You said I was being disingenuous because I wasn't looking at the. You're not presenting me the sources that you were supposed to present me.
Listen. The rerun, people can watch the rerun and they can vouch for they can vouch for it. Let the people vouch for it. Let the people see. Okay? But this is in. We all finna go live. We all finna talk about it. So don't know we ain't talking shit behind your back. We just gonna talk about the live.
Yeah, no, we good. I'm just letting you know my last final statement is that I'm looking for pre-colonial sources. You're invited to the cookout. You're invited to the cookout. Pre-colonial sources, brother. All right, man. Peace. I proved it. I proved it. Thanks for y'all. Kind of scared me. Let me say this too. Y'all scared me with because I thought your wife was gonna be up here moderating. So I thought I was about to get cussed the fuck out. But I guess she was trolling.
Scare
I told you
you.
when
You
I
real
told you I was gonna do
scared.
the same way we did Port City. I am a very honest person. I wasn't gonna cut you out. When it's debates like this, I take it very seriously. I'm not gonna do you wrong. I was being honest. I gave you your time, even when I went over. I gave you extra time. We don't need a host. We both grown. We know how to do this. All right. So, hey, now we know you get it in like that. We cool. Hey, but tell Sutton I'm coming for him next about this Egyptian being in America because I got my stuff in there. No, I'm joking. I'm just playing with him. Hey, you recorded, man. You serious or not? I was playing. I was just playing. You know, Egyptian stuff ain't my thing. I'll never bring stuff out like that. But yeah. Hey, it was a good debate. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was a few bumps here and there, but hey, thank you. All right, peace. Hey, and look. Let me tell you this. If you shoot me your email, I'm gonna show you some pre-colonial stuff that they're looking at right now, so you can get an example. Like I know that we live and you can't, but just pretend like nobody here. I can show you what they're looking at. That's pre-colonial. That stuff is not it. I can show you the speculations, and I can show you a cover up in South America where they burned down all of they documents. That now, did you just hear this nigga?
Yeah.
Did you
Yep. Yep.
did you just hear this nigga?
Yep.
That's the part when I was saying he is being disingenuous. They got the information, he know about it,
Wow.
but he wanted to be disingenuous. I told you the whole point of the debate is to show the audience is that this man is double-minded. They're disingenuous. They withhold information. They know Negroes been here in America way before colonization in pre-colonial time, but they just want to hold it and don't want to say shit about it. And listen to my response when I said to him. That stuff is there. I already got some stuff. I just want to give you those things as an example so you can see. Hey, I got you, and I appreciate that. But I'd rather come past the information myself than doing that myself. But I got a lot of stuff I still ain't reveal yet. I still got a lot of codices and manuscripts that I ain't presented yet. I'm really saving it in case something else happens. And y'all see what the fuck just had happened. I still got some more codices ready for his ass. But y'all should make something else happen. But I was gonna cast everything I got. But other than that, yeah, like I said, thank you. We're gonna go live. We're gonna eat this barbecue. We're gonna chill. All right, peace.
So, do you think? Okay, I'm gonna ask all y'all. Do y'all think pictures are sources?
Yeah.
Yeah. The fuck?
Yeah, because like even when they dig
Yes.
up even when they dig up artifacts, like most of the time they don't even have words on them or any kind of like nothing on them, but just by the pottery, by the way it's made, they can tell the dates or the material in which was used at that time. So not all the time you need to have people say, "Hey, I'm here in writing." Sometimes just by different artifacts being left behind, they can tell who was where. So I don't get why they need people to be saying, "Hey, we're here" in writing, which is
Right.
stupid. That's
It's
crazy.
it's the Mr. Ricky in the comments. I guess he one of the paying goofies. He's saying that pictures are not sources, and I'm seeing up here after, especially after what I'm reading, knowing that back then that's the only way that they communicated, really, like writing, like drawings.
Now,
They didn't have
But
writing.
inhabited by soldiers,
if he was to say that, then all these pictures of
pictures
these
are not
still
sources.
as Indians are not sources then.
Okay,
All
check
these
this out.
pictures of these
Where is
people
he
trying
still here?
to be.
I mean, he just said,
I'm still here.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
the guy that said pictures are not sources. I want to ask him a question real quick. What's his name?
Who is he?
the Ricky.
The Wiki. Let me see where he at.
Now he's talking about some Marcus Garvey. Oh God.
The Ricky, I'm gonna invite you up. Please accept, please. I'm gonna ask you a question. You're not gonna be up here long.
Did Marcus Garvey go back to Africa when they deported him back to Jamaica?
Exactly.
The fuck?
Can you get up here for a little minute, Ricky? I sent you an invite.
That's what they be not betting on. Like you be talking all the stuff in the comments, but when it's time for you to get put on blast, you want to duck and dodge. He finna make up an excuse, say he at work or something. He watch his children, some shit.
He's scared. He's
Come
not
on,
coming.
Ricky.
He's scared. He's scared. He ain't coming.
I'm like, no, Ricky, come up here, Ricky. Come on, Ricky. Ain't you Sawali and
Not his
Canadian?
name, Ricky.
Not
When
Ricky
I
now.
catch you, Ricky.
Boys in the
Come
hood.
on,
Ricky.
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 Hey, Ricky. Let me ask you a question because I know you're a Pan African, right? So is this a source? Is this is the Egyptian hieroglyphics? Is that a source? Now, if you, I want to see what you got to say, Ricky. Is this a source?
No, no, it's not. Like here you go. Even though y'all could see brown people, dark brown people, jet black people, whatever you want to call them, that's still not y'all though. Because I mean, it's still not y'all. I know y'all see y'all,
Hold
but
on.
that's not
He
y'all.
he's not answering the question. He said define melanated. Ricky, answer the question. Is this a source? Yes or no? Is this Egyptian hieroglyphic a source? Yes or no?
And then before they're gonna be like, because you all black people isn't from Africa.
Come on now.
Yo, this don't make sense. They can't be this slow.
Come on now. I'm using your own African shit now. Come on now. Is this a source? Yes or no, Ricky? It's just a simple yes or no. If you can't answer yes or no, I might as well boot you from my live. Oh, Ricky disappeared. Is Ricky still here? Did Ricky run away? I never said I'm African. Hey, Ricky, answer the question. Is that a source? Yes or no? And then next, I'm gonna bring up a certain event that took place in the year 2000 and what, one and two. I'm gonna show a picture of that, and I'm gonna show the airplane going to the thing, and I'm gonna say, is that a source? Yes or no? Since pictures are not sources.
Basically, got to use their own tactics against them. Because
Okay, good, good, good.
So
So
who's
this is
ready
what
to
I'm gonna
learn?
do. There you go, Ricky. You're blocked. You're disingenuous. Disingenuous. Anybody that's disingenuous, please leave. You're fake. You're a fake individual. I don't deal with fake individuals. Point is, y'all, I swear to God, y'all people gonna start saying that word, disingenuous. You're being disingenuous. That's what Pan Africans is. They disingenuous. They're not
Now you're
being
saying
real.
I'm learning. Teach me.
right,
hmm But y'all,
you is all I hear is godly ass.
yep. Hey, but if one of y'all want to go live, go live. My phone on 2%. I'm finna go ahead and store up this recap video with MoFax, and with this one added to it, and we done with the syndicate. The syndicate has been defeated. No more shall I debate more facts. Get on the panel, even talk to them, because we got this. And this was brother X's boyfriend. Know what I'm saying? He said nobody want more facts. Y'all ain't ready for more facts. And Mo Facts showed how the fuck he really is. He's a pseudo manipulator.
Exactly.
He's a narcissist. He's a double talker, and he's disingenuous.
He definitely is.
Your
He
boyfriend got defeated
definitely.
today, boy.
No,
And then I want to mention
can't
Kimberly Norton
nobody
thing
else.
real quick.
Go ahead.
With Kimberly Norton, I didn't see the purpose of him bringing it up because if you look at the end of all of her chapters, she has cited her source and the original source of where she got it from. So it was no point in him doing that.
Right. C3, he brought that out to talk about the Chinese area, but he failed to go look up the Serenian region
Orient,
to see those Negro people right there. That's what he fucked up at, and that's what
exactly.
I showed in a live. But I'm gonna end this live though. I'm on 1%.
All
All
right.
right,
Peace.
y'all.
All right, peace.